Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, stream.
Hi,
Good
everyone.
day. So, we had a week off. Now we all need D&D again. We need it now.
Like an addiction, a problem.
Tharnak cast Eldritch Blast to the closest tree.
Like my caffeine addiction, which I've been 2 weeks sober from.
Okay, so,
I can't even call it being sober, guys. I was not addicted to caffeine. I'm doing fine.
These
what
are
are you talking
choices.
Definitely not.
I can quit anytime.
No, not at all.
Okay, so...
I think about it every day. It's really sad.
LSD is my dealer.
Well, LC.
I'm a dealer?
It's not always...
Every nerd streams come true because I'm somehow cooler than.
Maybe people will like me. Okay.
Does that mean I get friends?
Yeah. What are the... Alright. So, D&D. Very brief recap. So, you guys recently entered the city of Baldur's Gate.
Recently.
Ananya, you had to part ways with your doggo Stanley, who's currently being held in an animal shelter while you're in Baldur's Gate, as he cannot go into the city. You reunited with the party and had some heart-to-heart, some personal time together, and strange antics. Got drunk and stuff. Love that. And Tharnak somehow started becoming a bit more level-headed. As time has progressed, though, Chiron, you promised Honorisa, also known as Ember, person who you took from Elturel, a chance to go to your home island of Nerth on the boat of one of your buddies. At the end of our last session, you talked to that friend, and after a little bit of back and forth, Honorisa eventually decides that since the ship is not immediately leaving, she will accompany you and Tharnak on your planned trip to the Cloakwood. The Cloakwood is where Tharnak is from, his home, and a while back you all agreed to go to this place.
Home sweet home.
Yes, Tharnak has been very inviting. So, just to now that we're caught up a little bit here, we're gonna actually jump ahead a little bit. Typically, I like to pick up each session like almost right after the last one left off, but for this, I would like to spring us into the future a little bit. So let's just shoot things out. Everyone, you have one action before you leave, and if you could just make it brief so we can hop along. Start with Chiron, we'll just work our way, right?
Yep. Chiron, as you already know, is going to talk to his friend about possibly finding a riverboat that can go up the coast.
Okay. And with that, he says we'll have to make some calls. And you step out as a lovely lady is entering the boat. And after a moment of shouting down to some people on the docks, there's some conversation had, and you are eventually presented with a boat. It's a smaller boat, but it can take you where you need to go.
Does it have a captain already, or...?
No, actually. It's it is just a small boat. So
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Yep. You could hire one out if you want, or somebody could try to find one, or you can just do it yourself. All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tharnak, you're up.
Tharnak's gonna go along with Chiron because he has nothing to do in the city.
Okay.
And he wants to try and get down there as quick as possible as well. So
Tharnak still tries to be sneaky boy.
no, I have no spell slots left. I can't be invisible anymore.
I believe you recast invisibility at the end of last session, right?
No, I couldn't.
Mm-mm.
What did you use the first one on?
I guess that's true.
Maybe I did. Oh no, you're right. I think I did. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
someone-
it's fine. Yes, you did. You
Invisible.
recast it. I remember. Yeah, because you're like, hey, don't do that again. Invisible. Okay. So you're just tagging along with Chiron. Bree. What is
And
what is
Anya
Nanya?
needs her big pupper boy. It's time.
All right. So you head back to the animal shelter. The guy at the desk is immediately a bit apprehensive seeing you, but he does present you with your dog, who has not been the goodest boy.
Surprising
But-
nobody.
but he is very happy to see you. The big boy Stanley has rejoined you. Congrats.
And Anya's only the happies now.
Yeah. All right. I guess Jeffy, one for Theo, one for Sarazen.
All right, Sarazen's gonna.
I
look
got
for
the
his
name
wife.
right.
Yeah, Sarazen's gonna look for his wife,
Okay,
who has been missing for like a day.
So Sarazen splits off, and
Theo's going to
Actually-
go and see if he, since he heard that Black Jay got herself arrested, he's going to see if he can figure out.
see if he can figure out more about that. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, he's going to see if he can figure out more about that.
Okay, so some basic. There are a few people who you know that hang around the docks, and after a brief chat with one of them, you're able to figure out that Theo, while you did not see the paper because it was Sarazen and Hal, you are told the story of the seaside slasher. This ominous figure who goes and kills, and bodies end up on the shore with slit throats. This friend of yours says that Black Jay admitted to being the seaside slasher and turned herself in, along with giving away the location of the temple.
Hmm. That sounds suspicious.
She is currently being held in a prison.
Theo's not going to believe. I mean, he's going to like, thanks for the information, but internally he's like, that seems weird. I don't know if I believe that.
'Tis what you're told.
Well, no, he believes that's what happened. Like, he thinks there's more to that story, though.
Likely is. How?
Hal is going to also bring about good boys. Go get Buck. Take Buck with him to Cloakwood Forest.
So a bit of an issue with that. Buck is currently on the northern side of
Oh,
town, as the horses
shoot.
were shipped through.
Yeah.
And also you're going on a riverboat.
Oh, fair.
Or
Okay,
not a riverboat, but a small seafaring boat.
Okay. Then Hal will practice with the gutter. Get proficiency. I left my notebook at home, like my faraway home. So I kind
I-
of lost. I think it was like 30 something hours.
You
so
should
far.
probably be marking it on D&D Beyond.
Oh, you can do that on D&D Beyond.
You
Yeah,
can
there's a
add
little
notes.
tab.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say while this is happening, you can get like an hour of proficiency added.
Hey, it's not nothing.
No, it's not.
Okay, well,
So I don't
my
remember
notebook's
what
at
the
home.
number was before. It's been a very long time.
I think it was like 36. If I'm gonna make a wild guess.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That feels a little high, but
Well, I mean, I
will-
did it.
You
I
did
did
spend
the
time on
entire.
the
I
boat.
did at least 10 on the boat, and then I've done.
Wait,
like,
he has the
multiple-
same amount as I have boat training, I think.
I started way before you. Boat train.
Okay,
That's
you were
technically incorrect.
added on the same amount then from.
I believe I asked for reference what your total was.
Right, for reference, mine was 16. So did he get 16 added on to whatever he had before that?
That sounds like about right, but I will say, honestly, just for the we'll rework it, I guess. If you don't have the notes, it's fine. Just write
It's
this on
currently
the
sitting
ones
on my
you-
desk at home.
Okay, then for now we're gonna say sure you have 36. Now make it 37 hours on the gutter. Out of you're gonna need 100.
Yeah, I believe that's what.
All right then. So,
Okay.
that, ladies and gentlemen, the lot of you, along with the big puppo, gather together onto this. It's not quite a rowboat, but it's not quite a solid seafaring ship either. It's some sort of in between mesh of you're gonna have to work hard with this ship to get it where it needs to go, but it will take you there. There's some pointing out along the harbor into the late evening, now night sky. As you all head out, you part from the harbor, headed out to the sea. Staying relatively close to the coastline, all of you are brought along southbound. Who's doing what on this ship?
It's probably a boat that you have to row, so Chiron is probably rowing, more than likely.
Hal will also help, but he also doesn't want to exert too much energy. So he's gonna be like helping out, but not really pulling his weight all the way.
Okay.
And Anya will be actually helping in hopes that she will get some type of proficiency somehow.
And water vehicles.
But Hal is proficient, I believe. Wait, is it?
It's fair. I'm gonna say
Um,
each of you can get like 4 hours of water vehicle training out of this.
So
Okay,
it's
cool.
just chanting row.
I'll take it.
Row!
Enthusiasm.
This timing is way off. I don't think he knows what time. I don't think he knows anything about timing.
I don't think he's seen water before.
Did you just say I've never seen water before?
That's
I
a
mean,
great irony.
before the adventure.
Did I
Passive aggressively knock it off.
Tharnax?
That's like the first thing they teach you about music is time. All right, and he's got none of it.
Tharnax can use Eldritch Blast at the back of the boats to hope it moves farther.
And as a matter of fact, the current does push the boat forward a little bit from the blast itself, as though water ripples, creating a wave of forward momentum.
All right, boys, I know how we're getting down there quicker.
Yeah, shout into your problems. That'll work.
He was gonna hold
Yes,
on.
this sounds like a great idea.
Nothing could go wrong with this plan whatsoever.
No,
Eldritch Blast!
nothing at all.
I'm sure.
So, after a lot of rowing and Eldritch blasting, you guys are
Eldritch
all
rowing. It's called Eldritch Rowing.
Eldritch rowing, of course.
Oh, of course.
Tharnak, your voice is kind of a bit hoarse from all the speaking you've had to do to cast these spells. But with enough time, you guys do head southward, and as the moonlight crashes down along the water.
It's romantic.
Oh, trust me, I have lots of drama. We're gonna have a fun time today.
You said trauma?
Oh, no.
That too.
And Anya.
That's a great idea.
You're just kind of vibing.
Hey, don't be vibing though.
You're just sitting on the boat, taking it all in.
He's not
I'd
gonna
like Stanley to occasionally lick every single one of their faces, full tongue, just like.
Oh, I did not need that. I did not need that.
Theo's gonna be fine with it and just be friendly with the dog.
If you're
Yeah, same with Chiron. Chiron's just gonna laugh at it and give him some pets.
if
There's
I
a lot
needed
of-
any
there's a lot of
motivation to
stray
row
dogs.
faster, I have gotten it.
And
One thing, hang on. One thing I would like to know: how does Stanley get along with Blaze?
If I'm right, I think we had a moment where Stanley checked out Blaze and they played together or something. I can't remember.
I think Stanley was there when Blaze was on the counter in the Cloak and Stagger. I do believe.
Yeah.
Stanley would see it as his pup. Like, that's his baby all of a sudden. He must love that child of his that is now his. So I'm sure he's very protective of Blaze.
Protect.
Big
And at this
protect.
point, by the way, Blaze has, like, he's currently, at this point that we're currently at, he's kind of walking backwards slowly as he's managed to get his face stuck in the armor piece of the barding. This piece of leather is just awkwardly covering his face.
Commodore Saucer's gonna be vibing.
He's been sniffing it and just like trying to get into it, and he got stuck in it.
That's pretty on character for him.
He's doing his best to walk. The boat does not help as it is rocking. He's trying. And Commodore actually has been circling overhead, Theo, and the bird flies down and lands on the front of the ship, and it actually looks up and locks eyes with you, Theo.
What do you got, boy? He's gonna look at the bird and just kind of like, how's it going?
You hear elves.
Fuck.
And with that, Tharnak,
Touch his ears real quick.
you
guys wouldn't hear him. Only I would hear him.
No, just
Yeah.
subconsciously touch his ears.
Tharnak, you hear, you see out of the corner of your eye a thin strip of sandy beach land with jutting large rocks on either side, as if this coastline was caved into or something of this
Guys,
nature.
go there. And I point at it.
Up above on the, I'm actually probably doing this backwards for you, so I'm going to do it like this so that it looks right. Up above on the side, there is a raised platform that juts out a little bit, this stone platform, and you recognize this as a place where you spent many days and nights going out and just standing, staring at the great open ocean. You guys can see islands out in the distance. And as you begin to veer towards this shoreline, there is no one immediately visible.
Thought this would be a woods.
After a short moment, you actually beach the boat itself onto this sandy coastline. And you can see just a little ways inward, up this slope, the beginnings of large trees, the likes of which cut out what little moonlight comes through as the spaces between the leaves essentially create a massive layer over the forest, leaving darkness below.
Hot rip, Theo.
guys. Listen.
So
we're here.
this
Welcome to the Cloakwoods.
this it's sloping upward, right?
Ever so slightly, yes. This is a sandy place where you beach it, and it does slope up, and then it starts to turn from sand into grass, then to trees.
Okay. As Chiron is walking up the grass, he's gonna kind of walk up somewhat backwards and look out over the horizon to see if he sees any kind of like glowing or anything like that in the horizon.
Like a moon?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do have moonlight at this point, but there is not really a set spot on the horizon where there is glowing.
It wouldn't be a.
except for maybe on one of the islands.
do you have pasta?
It wouldn't be a bright glowing. It'd be a.
So
It'd be a pretty dim glowing, but
Dim from far away. What was up there?
No, this Aubrey.
Oh, three.
Do you have pasta?
My little sister made me some mac and cheese. I'm so happy. Actually, I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm that happy.
Oh.
That's how you know you're sleep deprived.
And Anya's gonna have a good day for the first time in a long while.
Finally, the problem
Isn't she really hungover though?
Kind of.
Yeah, she would be.
I'm gonna say actually, with the amount of rowing that you've had to do, it's most like you've traveled down a coastline, so you've
We got
had
4 hours of rowing.
yeah, time has passed.
So you should be fine right now with the workout.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that.
Coming from experience, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
So
I can't.
hey, everyone, we're here. Welcome to the Cloakwoods. I will be right back. I need to go alert everyone that we're here.
I'm concerned.
Wait, is there? You guys
yeah,
think
I
there's actually
am.
anyone
I am
here?
concerned now too.
I'm
How
worried
much
there.
to alert them?
I'm
Is
worried.
this gonna be Tharnak's imaginary friends?
No.
Oh no, there are a bunch of coconuts piled on the side.
I'm worried they already. I'm worried they already know we're here.
I don't know what a coconut is, but sure. I'll be right back.
You know what a volleyball is?
A what?
All right.
We have the island and the forest, so like we're like 2/3.
I'm worried they already know that we're here. He's just alerting them that we're not a threat. So I'm gonna go back.
Anyway,
Arnak.
Arnak's gonna run into the woods towards Elder Broblin's house.
Chiron
As
is gonna
you
look.
start- As you start running up past Chiron and stepping towards the tree line, there's a rustling in the bushes. There's a sort of instinctual halt as
He's gonna flip up his hood of belt. Talk about
Frank's gonna- Frank's gonna-
you see as up from the top of the bush, an elf pops up.
Oh, elf.
Tarnak, it's a face you recognize all too well. Tarnak, dude! Holy shit! my God, man.
I need to show you something.
Did
Can
you
I
do
still
it?
do it? Wait. Out of character. Can I use it
Yeah,
even though I don't have any spell slots?
I'm gonna say you will have gotten a short rest.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually put that short rest on so I can.
It's probably fair. It's been 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Kyle, watch this. I'm gonna cast Grasp of Cthulhu at the man.
Oh no!
So after this brief moment where it is sort of intense welcoming, you cast Grasp of Cthulhu at him. He's gonna make a save.
Holy
Which-
crap!
No matter what it is, he fails.
You're gonna kill your best friend.
After a second, I'm just gonna let it go.
Drops to his knees in pain as you hear a cry of agony.
I'm gonna now let go of it.
Theo's not gonna move further back.
Does Chiron hear this from the edge of the woods?
Oh yeah, no. He ran
No, he
past
didn't get
you,
anywhere.
just, like,
He's right here.
Yeah, I'm not that far in
He's
front
like
of you.
directly, like right next to you.
Shit, though, I'm not gonna kill him.
Nah,
No.
Jared, you can take it. Do you guys
Chiron's
remember
gonna
when
look back at Hal and be like, "I think you're right. I think he's gonna literally kill him."
Do you guys remember
Holy
when?
shit!
Do you guys remember when I first took that rush berry and I said I knew a friend who could take like 4 to 6 of these and be perfectly fine?
I'm assuming I know who this is.
That's him. How many rush berries have you had today, Kyle?
Am I supposed to count?
I mean, yes, but no.
Right. Well,
Wait,
he
What'd you
popped
think?
one in his mouth.
What'd you
wait,
think?
is his name really
Dude, that
Kyle?
was-
Kyle. It's Kyle. Okay.
Kyle, he's a damn Kyle.
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 And with that, he just runs up to you and just gives you a massive, just bear hug. He's like, holy shit, dude! Oh, dude. Oh, I have so many stories to tell you, dude. Okay, so
Okay,
dude,
wait. I need to speak to Elder Bromlin.
Whoa, let him tell the story.
No, hold on. I need to talk to
Hal
Elder
would
Bromlin.
want. Of course, Hal would want.
And I'm going to telepathically tell him a prank I'm gonna play. Which I'm not gonna say right now unless you want me to. But
all right. Well, he dies laughing.
do you wait? I'm gonna message it to you, LC, so you know exactly which one I'm talking about.
Wait, we now have a dead elf laying in front of us.
No, he's alive.
Correction. He laughs intensely.
It
This
dies
man's immortal.
And you just like, okay, but like, on the way though, okay, I gotta tell you about this time. Oh my god, dude.
Okay, you
So
can tell
there
me
was-
all the stories.
Okay, I'll tell you what we want. Okay, so there was this bear, right? Okay, and it wasn't expecting me, so I got up behind it and I put a rush berry and a blow dart, dude, and I just, and oh man, it went right in. Oh, fucking bullseye!
Did
You
it
should have seen
go-
the face on it.
Did it go up its?
Yeah,
I love it.
it was great.
You gotta teach me how to use a blow dart one day.
Oh yeah. Dude, start walking into the forest.
Should we follow or should we?
I'll be right back.
I'm mortified.
I mean, Anani, you can come along if you want. It's the halfling, another tiefling, a human. They might have an issue with that at first. So that's why I say.
That's.
Kyle does actually
Oh,
stop
right.
for a moment as you're walking, kind of look back, and he whispers to you, "Who are they?"
They're my friends. They're my companions in travel. Traveling companions, you should call them. Large red man, other tiefling. The one like me.
Right, and he kind of starts walking up to you, Chiron, and you can see this man, this elf.
Oh no.
He's essentially a boy, like internally. He is about Tharnak's age. The difference being he's an elf. So
yeah, just a few hundred years older.
yeah.
So that's Chiron.
Wait, hang on. I want to ask: Tharnak's age mentally or physically?
Physically.
Oh.
So he is
Oh,
the same.
he is very
physical
young
age,
elf.
But yes, he, as far as elves are concerned, 18. He has matured essentially the same rate as a human, or Tharnak himself. But he don't have hundreds of years of experience behind him.
No. So this is Chiron. He's another tiefling. The human is Hal. I mean Theo.
Hi.
That's the human. The halflings.
Not
Half elf.
Half elf, whatever.
It's
Tomato.
not whatever, but
Quite
Quite a sizable difference.
Eldritch Blast, same thing. And the wood elf is Ananya.
And he just kind of is going over you. Hi, my name's Kyle. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, Kyle.
I'm Hal.
Yeah, I just
Hi.
introduced you.
I did
Hal.
introductions already, but
I'm gonna telepathically tell Kyle that they're all Cthulhu worshippers.
His eyes just light up. He just goes up to you, Chiron, and gives you a massive hug.
Chiron's
man.
how tall is this elf?
So he is well, actually, Tharnak,
those are pretty tall.
RJ, why don't you just describe that? I actually don't have the picture on here, so if you want to describe his physical appearance, you can do that better.
Hold
than I
up.
can. You have that right there.
Let me just.
Also, while
Well,
this is
I
happening,
never gave him a height yet, so.
while this is
He's-
happening, Chiron's gonna look over at Tharnak and be like, "Don't forget to introduce somebody else."
Oh yes, Kyle, be careful. Also, Kyle is 6 foot. He's like tall, lanky boy.
Okay.
Still not Chiron's height.
Yeah. Like
Still about 5 inches below Chiron's height, but yeah.
And also be careful. He has a little fox named Blaze.
Oh,
That's not who I'm talking about. But
Oh, right, Ember. That's Ember. That's Chiron's. I think
Chiron's just
girlfriend?
gonna face palm as he like finally remembers who she is.
Almost just fell in a chair.
That's
Just kind of
Ember.
waves.
She's
Hi.
Chiron's girlfriend, or she's Chiron's girlfriend. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
She's a really weird like shopkeeper. I don't know exactly what she does.
Oh, okay.
sure.
Provides
Nice
good
to meet
services.
you.
Exactly.
I see you guys brought lunch. Points over at Stanley.
No, that's not lunch. I do not know.
And I'm just gonna pull
No.
both her daggers and just start running at you.
Ananya.
Whoa.
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 What did you say? That
Brought
you're my
lunch?
lunch?
He's.
Great, I'm hungry.
I think you'll find
You're
it.
not a cannibal.
I like her.
She's gonna
I'm gonna-
back down
I'm-
and just like, oh my god.
I'm gonna whisper. Just be careful. Nothing.
I am
you-
careful.
Nothing. No living creature in front of us right now. This group is edible.
Shit. Okay. Well, hi. Welcome to the Cloakwood.
At least for us.
And he just kind of his eyes. By the way, this whole time his eyes have been darting around at every single one of you. Like there is a vibrant energy to this man.
Kyle,
He's-
I'm assuming you've had at least 7 rush berries already today, counting the one you just popped earlier. 7 minutes ago.
Maybe more.
Oh god. Okay, let's. Can we go speak to other Rob and Luke quickly? I'll be right back, everyone.
Oh yeah, he's up there. And he-
Wait, Thornak.
Points up.
What?
Is there anything we should know before we walk in there?
Prepare yourselves. That's all I gotta say.
Chiron's just gonna be like, "Oh goodness."
Don't worry. Don't worry. All of you. Some of you are safe.
Chiron listening
I'm
to this
concerned.
is going to quietly cast Divine Sense.
Well, she's an elf,
you
and he's a
ping
tiefling.
off-
Too.
They're
You
both.
ping off your companions their traditional,
Oh yeah,
what
I normally get.
good
when I ping off
alignments
them.
or none at all. Kyle has no particular alignment that you can detect. He seems to be chaotic.
Just chaotic.
True chaotic.
That would make sense, actually.
You detect literally nothing aside from your companions themselves.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, Kyle. Before we start moving, I gotta do something. Snakes.
And
Oh,
Kyle at
shit.
this point has been pointing upwards at the same spot, and he just kind of hasn't moved, and he turns to look at you as he says, "Oh shit, dude!"
It's a snake. His
Whoa.
name's Martin.
Shit, dude.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit, dude.
That's legit.
It's like
That's the
pats
shit,
it on the
dude.
snout.
Dude.
Holy shit. He like
Damn.
pries Martin's jaw open and
Damn,
looks
bro.
inside. Dude, this is so cool. Look, I can stick my whole hand in. Oh my
Martin,
god, that's
bite.
awesome.
Martin, bite.
His arm just fucking disappeared.
Ow.
No.
Eventually, give or take. And Martin, let go. Okay. Thornlock's now going to start walking toward Elder Bromlin.
And you do see actually as you track upwards, your eyes gaze to the spot where Kyle was pointing, and you see standing up atop the that jutting rock face which you yourself stood on for many years. Elder Bromlin, standing there, arms folded, looking down at you, just observing silently.
I'm going to kneel down, and like do like a bow with an like kind of kneel bow kind of thing at him, and take off the necklace, making sure he doesn't see the ring itself that's in my hand, and start walking towards him. So it like if this is the necklace, it's like this, like he doesn't see what's in my hand.
So with that, he too begins to walk back towards the woods, descending from the rock face, coming to meet you. The rest of you see an elvish man, old and white gray hair. He looks
I'll
like
post a
he's
photo of him, by the way.
many-
He was gonna look at
I'm
he
gonna
was gonna look at Chiron and be like, well, in my travels, most elves I've met in the woods have been kind of pretentious pricks, and I'm a little concerned.
I'm gonna turn to Nadia and say, "Is that Cthulhu?"
Are you
So-
that dense?
I haven't been listening.
Kyron's
when-
just gonna start.
hearing
I
that, hearing
I
that,
haven't really
he's
been
gonna look
listening
at Kyle.
when Thornak talks.
By the way, that's Elder Bromlin that I just
No, he was not
posted,
there.
and I'm going with the first photo, by the way, Elsie. For
the one I
Kyle.
sent you.
Hearing
oh, there.
hearing Ananya say that, it was gonna look back at Kyle and see. I guess what I said holds true.
And this is Kyle.
Okay.
Chiron's gonna look back at Theo and be like, I guess so.
What did he say?
Nobody else knows.
I know. I wish he
I
said
hate that Kyle is literally just me.
No, he's Kyle. He's a Kyle. He's a straight Kyle.
I actually didn't
Oh
realize
my
that.
god, the
Jesus.
resemblance is so
I
there.
Didn't realize that till right
Oh
now.
my god. Holy crap.
Kyle, Kyle is just the opposite Elsie.
Elsie, you should go
So you
ahead
start
and go
drinking
put in your
Monster.
contacts.
Or crack.
I was going to put in contacts, but I didn't have enough time.
You should
I-
go ahead and go put them in, because then you would match Kyle perfectly.
I would be the
You
perfect
make the
Kyle.
time.
You
Yeah,
are
but I
time.
figured-
Do it on camera.
Hey, as long as we're willing to like extend the session more.
I mean, I don't have work tomorrow.
I'm in
I
a
don't have
different
work
time
until
zone.
Friday night.
I have work tomorrow. I don't work till class tomorrow.
I'm in a different time
Class
zone.
at like 9 in the morning.
That's fair.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I have one class
Okay.
and it's online and not live, so
that's good.
Well, we'll
Screw
continue
you.
on.
tomorrow.
I
Ew.
hate online classes. Just like to put that out there.
Oh wait, no, that's Friday.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
There's a
Is Ruby playing something?
It's 2 hours of just complete silence.
Oh, thank you. I actually really appreciate it.
I figured we would need it, so I did it.
Thank you. It does add up very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, the ambient
see.
sound is very nice.
You could add something. I don't care. I just did that so it stayed in here. I made
It
it
sounds like
perfect.
the
Yeah.
it sounds like the inside of Elsie's heart.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh man.
No,
Wow.
that's a Nanya's heart.
Probably.
Oh.
Wow.
This is actually more accurate.
Anyway,
Wow.
I'm gonna start walking towards Elder Bromlin.
Yes. He is descending towards you. The rest of you watch as this gray elf, long goatee and flowing white gray hair, meets up right next to Tharnak, towering over him in size.
Dark's gonna have like some tears rolling down his face just from.
But just
again.
Arms remain folded as he looks down at you and smiles.
He's already disappointed.
Elder, I have had many visions on my quest so far. And one leads to this point where I return something that one of my friends have found that I know what possession is, and I'm going to extend my hand out and open it, showing the ring.
The ring of the great dreamer glows in the moonlight. And there is somehow an even larger smile that creeps across Elder Bromland's face as he just places his hand on your shoulder. So it is true. And he reaches down and picks up the ring. It has been many, many years since I have seen this.
Quick question. Did he have it when I was a child?
No.
No. So he hasn't had it my entire life. I've just heard about it. Okay.
He's lived probably 900 years.
You've heard very, very little about it.
Yeah, but now I know more about it.
Yeah, just a bit more.
Not much.
It makes you very sleepy.
He holds the ring. At this point, around the chain itself, so it essentially looks more like just part of a necklace. He holds it. Smile. Then we haven't time to waste. And he puts the ring back in your hand and closes it.
But
keep this for now. Come with me.
Okay. Real quickly before we go. Everyone back there. None of them are bad. Especially the human. We cannot sacrifice him.
Prefer that.
Also, the other tiefling is another prophet.
I have seen these things.
He's not actually a Cthulhu prophet, but
no, I'm aware.
Okay.
He serves a foreign god.
Yeah, but he's still really cool. He's a good friend. He's saved me a lot. They all have. The female wood elf, she has a very short temper.
She'll fit right in.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, while Tharnak has been gone talking to Elder Bromland, Chiron was gonna look. Kyle has still been there with us, right?
He has actually, and
he's just been there with you.
Chiron's gonna look at Kyle and be like, "Hey, Kyle, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else here is all elves, right?
Mostly, yes. Yeah. This is a rare exception, but yeah.
Is Tharnak like the only tiefling here?
Yeah, he is. Really weird seeing someone else. I kind of thought he was the only one of his kind, you know?
I can tell you that's not true, but
yeah. Cool.
How?
I mean, kind of.
What do you know about how Tharnak got here?
So like when Tharnak was like really, really young, there was this well, I mean, I guess before he was born, there was like long before he was born, like I'm talking like you know, centuries, whatever more than centuries is. I forget the word for that.
Millennia?
That one. yeah, so like millennia's back. There was like, you know, there was like a prophecy that you know. Anyway, basically, he showed up on the shore, and the prophecy said that the you know, that the Red Redeemer would show up on the shore. No, it's not the Red Redeemer. Fucking idiot. The Red Resurrector.
So he just showed up on the shoreline.
Yeah. Gift from the great old one himself.
Was he the only thing that was on the shoreline? Really?
Yeah. I mean, there was like a little bit of wood that he was on, apparently. I don't know. I wasn't alive. So. Well, I mean, I was alive, but I don't remember.
Not alive enough to remember it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I was pretty young. You know, like, Darnik and I grew up together. It was pretty great.
That's what I figured. Y'all seem very close to the same age.
You want a Rushberry?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, though.
I feel like you know how like people have like bags of gold on their side? He doesn't have bags of gold. He just has like a bag of like rush berries.
You trying to buy some weed?
Want to buy some weed? You want some weed?
Want to buy some rush berries?
So hi, and he kind of walks over to you and Anya. Hi, I'm Kyle. I
Get too close and you'll lose everything you value.
I think that's only Rushberries.
I really like her.
What did you say?
God, I really like her.
Oh.
What do you want?
Okay, well, what?
What do you want?
Nothing. I just thought I'd invite you to come back to my village.
Oh, come back to your village now.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. All right. He kind of looks up at Tharnak and Brahman, who at this point are beginning to descend.
I got a bad feeling about this place.
And Bromlin just gives the slightest look over his shoulder and raises his hand and gives a slight beckon to come. You're welcome. Begins to walk with Tharnak into the forest.
Chiron's gonna look back at everybody else and be like, well, I guess we follow him.
I've never been one to turn down an invitation.
Kyle just...
I got a bad feeling about this place, but fuck it.
I mean...
We've got out of worse.
Chiron's gonna look over at Theo and quietly whisper, I don't sense any evil here. So that much is true.
Honorisa looks over at you, Chiron, and is just... Remember I said I'm not an adventurer?
Yeah, that's... Stay behind me just in case.
Everyone's an adventurer. It's a mindset.
All I'm saying is, last time he tangled with a cult, it didn't end super well for anybody.
Well, I mean, they were explicably evil.
I want to call these people cult. Let's just say it's religion.
Sorry, I mean we're not. I will refrain from that once we get inside.
Kyle just looks at him and goes, "Now we're a cult."
Oh.
I'm gonna bite as Kyle sometimes just because.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
We're a cult.
I thought most cults don't.
Well, as long, I mean, like I said last time we didn't know, but as long as we don't get in the middle of any human sacrifice or anything like that, I think we'll be all right.
Did Tharnak say we can't sacrifice you?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a bad day for a lot of people if that tried to happen.
He did. In fact, I'm pretty sure he did say that.
You won't be sacrificed then.
yeah, I think he said that for me too.
You're half elf. You're not even worth it.
No.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did say that.
Cthulhu likes pure humans.
Well, I'm anything
I think
but
Ananya would agree.
Hey,
Don't add Ananya into anything.
I'm very
no,
much.
you're a wood elf. You're completely welcome.
Thank you.
Big red man.
understand.
What was your name again?
It's Chiron. It's
Chiron. Right. Do you worship Cthulhu too?
You could say that.
Okay.
We've heard the stories.
I'm
You
done
could
with Chiron
say
now.
that. I just,
All right.
I'm pretty sure he did say that.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it was for me too. Yeah.
And at this
You're
point,
not
Ananya,
okay.
Stanley is interposing himself between you and Kyle. Like he's trying to keep that distance. All right. Well, as you head off into the forest, Tharnak, Elder Bromlin is speaking with you. I've had a vision of this night. I
What?
trust you've had success on your journeys thus far.
Thus far, we have grouped up with many people. We are fighting this cult. We actually, within the next few days or a week, we are hopping on a caravan with them and traveling in disguise. So, we actually broke Chiron out of prison from them. And we have made much discoveries of the cult to take them down. However, I do have one troubling thing that's been troubling me. Troubling thing. Those things that trouble you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
By the way, this entire time, the way Tharnak's been walking, and he's had his hands behind his back, like he's holding his hands as he walks. Like, no. He has a very like structured pose when talking to Elder Brahman and walking with him.
I was gonna say to Chiron. I was kidding about the sacrifice thing earlier, and now I'm more concerned.
I wouldn't worry about it that much.
We captured one of the higher ups in the cult. Of the dragons, not Cult of Cthulhu. Two different things. Yeah. As you know. She
I hope so. Anyway.
I did mention that I was a Cthulhu worshiper. And one day I will bring Cthulhu. We'll awaken him. And she said then it will be a battle of the gods against the dragon that they worship. That does trouble me. Because now, what if I can't awaken him in time? There was a point where I felt less of a connection with him. However, now, too. So it wasn't just me.
The Great Shake. Things have changed.
When was the Great Shake?
You remember, actually, right before you left Greenest, there was a large earthquake, startled all the horses.
Right.
And ever since that point, your connection to Cthulhu has been strained.
Right. Then.
It looks towards you and just kind of nods.
Yeah.
I fear the great dreamer has sunken deeper into his sleep. But alas, we will know that sometime soon you will awaken him, as the prophecy is stated.
Yes. Follow the prophecy. I said follow the prophecy. Yes.
Indeed.
Just worried.
Fear not. He will make his will known to you.
Yeah.
And perhaps after this day, this night, and he looks up as it is now, very much nighttime. You guys can see very clearly the stars in the sky, the moon shining down as it's not reached its peak yet, but is definitely heading up towards it.
I give Martin a pet.
Elder Bromlin pays no mind whatsoever to it.
I don't think he would.
This is something he's expected. Like
10 steps ahead of you.
the rest of you are like probably by Martin's like midway through his body. Like he's a long snake.
Yeah.
A big boy.
5 feet long.
As you do. Bromlin looks over to you. As he looks up at the sky and back down. You must come. We haven't much time.
Yes.
You hold a key. 2 keys. He looks at the necklace which you now have around your neck and looks down to the pouch by you. Soon you will soon you will be closer to the great dreamer himself than I ever have been. But we must hurry. We haven't all night.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it is time we go to the temple. And with that, you guys approach an open clearing. Tharnak, you step out into your village. It's been a little while since you've seen it, and there is a wave of nostalgia that just floods over you. The rest of you following behind find yourselves at essentially a great fire pit. And you hear around you the voices of children and elders alike crying out, "Louis McNabb, really, some strange chant in some ancient language that is being likely butchered, but it is nevertheless being chanted.
I'm pretty sure Tharnak has said it in front of a few of them before, hasn't he?
Yes. You have. This is something that's very common.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Kyle and go. Can you bring my friends to my house? I'm gonna look at everyone and go. Make yourselves at home. Please don't move anything around.
Theo.
Or take anything. I don't have much value of things you would want to sell. However, they're very important to me. Wherever you can go in, there should be some seats for everyone. Or maybe not everyone, but there are some seats in the room. Make yourself at home, please.
Alex, question. What's the D&D equivalent of dibs?
Dibs.
Dibs.
What?
Seat.
I have to go to my temple with my elder.
Elder Bromlin, for the first time, stops and fully turns to address you. He looks among you. If you would like, you may do what you wish in this place. I apologize. My apprentice must go through a trial.
Good luck, Tharnak.
No, good luck. Don't die.
I'll
And
try.
see you on
You
the
can,
other
do,
side.
you can do this, my friend.
Can I can I give him bardic inspiration, or is that not going to last long enough?
You can. It will.
All
It will
right.
last 10 minutes.
Tharnak, if
See.
anyone can do this, you can. You are the prophecy child. This is destiny at its finest. You got this, man.
Where's also support in battle? I love it.
I casted it in a battle.
I'm joking.
Fuck you.
I hope you don't pass then.
It is legal here.
Uh,
I'm not going to continue that. But you got this. Fate, destiny's all on your side. Your god looks down and smiles. If he's
Or
alive.
up.
I don't know.
He's just kind of asleep.
Yeah, sure.
So,
It's like my parents. Sister.
Elder Bromlin looks back at you. I will rejoin you shortly. And he grabs Tharnak, or very, very loosely guides you by just kind of
Grabs Tharnak.
How tall is Elder Bromlin?
He is, he's tall. He's
Is he taller than Chiron?
perhaps rivaling his size.
Okay.
So,
Size or height?
Height.
Perhaps.
correct.
Okay.
Height.
Yeah,
He is not built.
He's not.
Brahman is a thick lad, all right.
Elder Bromlin is the thickest of us all. Hence why
He is wide, boy.
He is thick in his heart.
Absolute unit.
He's thick in his
What a
prayers.
fucking unit.
Elder Bromlin's a fucking unit. Confirmed.
What a fucking unit.
With
In
that,
fact, Elder Bromlins, you can't see his legs, but they're fucking massive, and he could like drop kick anyone to the moon and back.
You could crush him
everybody
with
else
his
skips leg
thighs.
day. That's the only day he goes to.
Elder Brahman could crush a man with his thighs.
Shoulders, whack. Arms, whack, whack.
Thighs.
Legs, they're fresh as fuck, boy.
Liz, I'm tired as fuck.
All right.
That's
Okay, so-
divine quote if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Just gives a light nod to you. And Kyle, for now, I entrust them to you. And
I'm gonna look at Kyle and go, "Don't do anything too stupid."
he just kind of gives you a look that just
Not
reads-
without me.
Okay.
So that's a need.
Got some-
No, this is more like Adderall or cocaine.
This is more like speed. I don't know. You're right.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is what
like
it's
This is heroin.
Kind of
Nah. It's more like taking fucking
Meth.
Like
It's meth. It's fucking meth.
no.
With that,
the
you see the elder elf leading Karnak over to a how do we describe this temple? It's you see towards one of the farther edges of town a large stone structure with three open doors, and on the top a large statue of Thulu, great old one.
So that's what it looks like.
Huh.
I got a statue of that guy.
Yeah, Theo, you're all too familiar.
No, I've never seen it.
Darnak, you are brought forward. I'm going to say we're going to get to that in a second. For the rest of you, what would you like to do in this time? in the immediate future.
Chiron's gonna start looking through Tharnak's little house and see what he's got going on, basically.
Kyle guides you over. Tharnak, what do they see as they enter your home?
Chaos.
Immediately upon entering, what you see is what looks like a log covered in an animal pelt. That has divots in it, like seats.
Oh, so it's like a couch.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah, bench.
And like a bench, really. Beneath that is a larger, like, bear pelt. Sorry. Beneath that is a larger bear pelt, like, on the ground. And at the very end of the bear pelt is just, like, kind of like a bunch of wood. Like, it looks like firewood. Going farther past it, like right after it, on the wall there is a shelf. I don't have my notebook on me, so I can't fully describe it. I remember what it looked like. Give me a second, I can pull it up. Did I pin that? Damn it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So on that, you just see there's a shelf. Right past the couch, or the log couch, that just has a rock on it.
Just one rock?
Just a rock.
Oh, there's a rock. I picked up a little bit.
No, a rock, like a.
The Rock.
It's a rock.
It's Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is here.
It's actually just the head of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
No, because he's fucking dead, apparently.
And
Well, I mean, it could be the Rock is getting cooked.
He's cooking. He is. They do sacrifice people here.
Yeah.
And then back towards the wall where you came in, there is another door.
Chiron's gonna go walk to this other door, actually.
Okay. Do you try and open it, or do you just stare at it? What do
Chiron's
you do?
gonna investigate. Chiron's gonna investigate it first.
Please make an investigation check.
This is our new DM.
I am the DM now.
I have the power.
I have the power.
Oh my. Oh my.
What makes this funny is
Anya,
that Elsie knows all the secrets.
and Anya,
There's secrets, you say?
Stanley is just
Hey, it's a
thrown
dirty
himself
20.
onto this log and is just laying there.
Oh my.
That's okay. As long
It's a dirty 20.
as you approach the door, and put your hand on it, it just creaks open, and you just see a longer hall with two doors on the left, and what seems like a wooden counter with a hole in it. Not like a hole, but like a divot.
Okay, I was gonna say, if this is like some sort of weird glory hole, I was not for it.
No, it is like a counter that then has like a divot.
Does there
in it.
appear to be anywhere to prepare food?
No.
Sonic doesn't eat.
Can Hal check out this rock real quick?
Make an investigation check.
Hey,
Does there also appear to be anywhere
Kyle,
to cook food?
Kyle,
Hi.
what's the deal with this single rock on the shelf?
RJ. Oh, okay. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna ask you to. Never mind.
Do you want to hop into secrets and tell me?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but you were just gonna do it yourself. So fucking do it yourself, please.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it all for you.
Yeah, go.
For the house.
I get a kick back. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you'd like that. Yeah. So that's Sonic's first pet. His name is Rocky.
Okay.
It is very dear to him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We found it when
So-
we were children.
So pet rock, Rocky.
Yeah.
Does he know any tricks?
Stay.
Stay. That's a good one. That was taking a while to train.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. He was very disobedient when we first found him. Lying in the
I
woods.
believe that. Okay. And so now he's up here.
Yep. Yeah.
Chiron's gonna yell from down the hall. How long did it take you to teach him stay?
That's a question for Thornak.
That's fair.
I don't really know.
Can I still investigate the rock, even though I've been told this? Can I just investigate it anyway?
Sure. What,
Just
what would you like to do?
I'd like to
at it.
investigate it.
Like just
study it,
it's
because it's a rock.
It's a rock with a face on it.
I want to study. I want to study the rock. I want to smell what this rock is cooking.
Sir, can you not smell the rock? It's I don't ever tell this to Tharnak, but it is really just a rock, and he just kind of painted a face on it.
It would break his heart.
I forgot dice.
You forgot dice.
You have 2 or 3 sets.
I have 3 sets.
I brought a set. Use D&D Beyond, I guess.
Okay, one sec.
I mean, there's real no roll you have to make. It's just a fucking rock.
I want to investigate the rock.
There was nothing to investigate yet.
That's what you want me to think.
Okay.
Welcome to being
11.
a DM.
Oh my.
Roll an investigation check. You got 11?
11. Yeah.
As you pick up this rock, you look at the face, and you realize it is a red face with red eyes and a smiley face. And it is dried blood.
Oh.
Oh. Weird.
Um,
You realize
good
that
to know.
it was you.
I-
The
as
rock
you-
all along.
As you look at the shelf, it is dusty with just a hole, like a circle of no dust, and then now you realize your hand is dusty from the bottom of the rock.
I'm gonna quickly put it back, right where I left it. Like nothing happened. Did he use his own blood for this? Actually, I don't know which one's more concerning. If it wasn't his or not his.
That just doesn't sound sanitary.
No, I remember now. Yeah, no, it was actually a traveler that we captured.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. That's
We were young, we weren't a part of it, but the elders did it, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna go."
how does it Isn't this an island?
No, we're
No.
attached to mainland.
We came
Oh,
through
sorry.
it's on the coast.
I was asleep when we got here.
We're on the coast. Yeah.
It's really dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really dark.
I think Theo would agree it's very dark.
I mean, not anymore. We're next to a massive bonfire, but alright.
In general.
I mean, are they dark? Yes, they're very dark, but lighting wise.
Actually, I just realized there's no lighting within Tharnak's house, so it's actually kind of dark in this house.
Mind that.
There's
I mean,
the little bit of moonlight in the entrance, but
Theo, you smack your leg on the log because you had no idea it was there.
I feel like he was moving around enough in the dark to be able to somewhat navigate, though. That's the thing. He lives in darkness.
yeah, we have no dark vision.
Theo has mastered
But
the
you
art
weren't
of
born in the
echolocation.
darkness.
He's a
You were
bat.
not born in the darkness.
I was born in the beaches.
Alright, I'm gonna put this pet rock back.
By the way, Tharnak, do you want to talk about the composition of the house?
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh, is it made out of bones?
Oh, like what it's made out of?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All of the houses you see are made. So Tharnak's house is made of wood. Most of the houses there are made of wood and some stone towards the bottom, like a foundation.
That was less dark than I was expecting, but I still don't believe it. Theo's just gonna sit on
Still not
sit down
convinced.
and he's gonna practice his playing card set But he's gonna practice casting minor illusion, and whatever card comes up on top to always be on top.
Interesting.
He's training.
That's a cool magic trick.
Ah, thank you. I learned a lot in my travels.
All right. So, I guess while the rest of you are making yourselves at home.
I mean, does anyone else want to check anything out real quick or no?
Oh.
Because I know Chiron was investigating and.
Because I want to still give you guys stuff to do.
I have an idea. I'm going to jump to Chiron real quick. So, Chiron, as you see, there is the counter and then 2 doors. What would you like to do?
Oh,
Door
and
number one.
I had asked, there wasn't anywhere to cook food at all?
No, it is literally just like a divot in the wood.
Dang it. Chiron's going to go towards the closest door to him.
Okay. As you put your hand on the door, it gives some resistance, but it still opens. And that's where we're going to cut it.
Okay. I'm cool with that one.
Gotta put in some spice.
Some cliffhangers.
It's a spicy meatball.
Okay,
It's my favorite thing to do. Is just be like,
You're a spicy meatball.
Putting away. Sonic's house is a spicy meatball.
Well, to leave y'all in suspense for the moment, we're gonna cut back to Tharnak. Tharnak, Elder Bromlin walks you to the familiar temple. The doors bashed in, a pile of sacrifices presented before a large statue of Thulu.
Elder, why are the doors busted in? We usually shut them when we leave.
Well, not important at this moment.
Okay.
There were people.
I think I see what happened here.
Yes.
I think I know what's happening here.
Mm.
What it is ain't exactly clear.
Continues.
Face.
There's a man with a gun over
For
there.
a second, he just kind of stops and gives a slight bow to the statue.
Sonic does as well, right after him.
He continues to guide you. Come.
Yes.
It's time we take you somewhere. Take you somewhere I wish I could have gone many. Come. He leads you past the pile of bodies and gold and all sorts of
Sonic's gonna reach down and grab some gold.
he looks back at you as you're doing this.
It's expensive out there. I'll put it back.
This is a sacrifice.
I'll put it back.
It's a sacrifice. This doesn't hurt.
And he just kind of stands there staring at you expectantly.
I put it back.
He continues to stand there staring at you expectantly.
I'm sorry. And I bow at the statue as well. Again.
Comes Larnak. You see behind the statue a portion of the ground itself that beforehand was covered like the rest of the stone structure around you. Tiles have been lifted.
Do you want me to post a photo of it or no?
Sure.
Okay. I'm posting a photo of the thing in the players only chat. If I can find it now. There it is.
Tiles have been lifted and a staircase is visible that leads downward.
Okay.
The the stairs lead down, and Gremlin looks down the steps and folds his arms. He looks over to you, Tharnak. I cannot go with you into this place.
That's
This is the journey you have to take alone.
Martin, I suspect you must stay. Elder
No.
Roman, you can come?
Martin is one you have been given by the Great Old One himself. It is a gift from your journey. Take him. Use him.
Wait.
You gained.
Did you see a vision where the essentially saying the Great Old One gave me Martin?
No, I did not. But I know that you have him now, and you did not when you left this place. And so I know it is the will of the Great Old One that this snake, he is yours.
Okay. Martin?
What you find on your journey is yours.
Thank you. Martin, let's go. I'm not actually Martin, but at the same time I gotta grab him and turn him back into a staff.
Crawls back up with you as he turns into the familiar staff. Elder Bromlin just kind of nods. What you're about to step into is a trial. For generations before me, every great dreamer has had to endure this trial. It is what I have prepared you for. Beyond being the warrior you are made to be. I can only hope that you will be successful. I'm not allowed to enter with you, and even if I was, I would not know what lies down there.
Am I becoming a great dreamer?
You are becoming what the Great Old One wills. I do not know, but I know that this is a rite of passage, and it is something that you must take.
Okay. I look at Elder Brahman and I bow at him when I go to proceed down the stairs.
He bows solemnly to you. My mentor, he left before I could ever go down here. I trust that I have taught you enough. He just begins to step back a bit as you. Yeah. As you step down the staircase, you enter a room lit by torchlight. There are torches propped up along the walls, burning. You see before you elders, multiple, each a prominent figure from the town. They all are standing, looking at you. In their hands, small stone statuettes of Cthulhu. Behind them, each pedestals. Pedestals made of stone with specific carvings on them. The elders look at you, nod, and each turns and places the statue onto this pedestal. 1, 3, and go down the list until one pedestal is left open, and there is no elder that stands by it.
I grab this statue out of my pouch, walk over to it, and walk over to the empty pedestal and put it on it.
Okay,
You
give that to
notice
him.
as you approach that the bottom of this statue has a glyph carved into it that actually matches perfectly with a slot in this space. Tharnak, as you place this statue down, all of the statuettes around simultaneously flash with a purple glow from beneath and sink down into the pedestals they're placed on, spewing up dust. The stone door before you shifts, slowly beginning to open. Chunks of dirt crumble downwards as it glides along, before it finally grinds to a halt. Behind this door is blackness. With your dark vision, you can tell that this is a passage, but your vision isn't strong enough to show you where it goes. Aside from slightly downward.
I don't have anything that would create light other than fireball. What do I? I'm just gonna walk down it.
As you begin to step forward, there is a hand on your shoulder. And you look to see Elder Bromlin holding a torch. He looks to you. This is a rite of passage. A test to see if the successor possesses the traits needed to become the next great dreamer. You will know what must be done, and you will come out different. He holds the torch out to you.
Let me grab the torch from him. Add torch to inventory. Torch is now in inventory.
Imagine if I didn't give you that statue randomly in the middle of a fight.
Yep.
You just walked in here, there's a spot for a statue, and I was like, huh, guess what I still have?
Oh, I
Um,
guess I am not becoming.
Oh, whoops.
Anyway,
and, each of the elders watch you as you begin to descend into this long hallway. The pickaxe-carved hallway is long, and it steadily declines. The air is dusty and stale, only having recently been given life anew by the opening of the stone door. This place feels like it hasn't been touched in decades. No, a century, or maybe even centuries. You feel like you've walked for 5 minutes before you finally reach 5 feet of level ground. Before you, however, is another flat surface. On it is carved an image of great Cthulhu, arms and wings stretched wide. Behind him a city of incomprehensible shapes. Before him, an army of people bowing. As you step into the flat space, you notice the stone on the face of Cthulhu shifting as its tentacles protrude out ever so slightly from the mostly flat stonework. They sway slightly as you hear this phrase spoken aloud.
Do.
I am concerned.
After a second, the stone tentacles retract back into the flat surface, and the wall returns to exactly how it was before.
Do I recognize the language?
The language is an ancient language, long forgotten. It's one that's been studied by some of your people. There are bits and phrases that get passed down, and you do recognize this. I'll say this. Instinctually, the change startles you, and you take a step back onto the raised surface. And as you take another step forward, you, again, very similarly, see the tentacles protrude and the phrase played.
Oh, you're not playing it again, are you?
Is it coming through?
Just hear the regular sound.
I'll try it one more time.
Okay.
I'm more concerned.
Do you put it on repeat?
No, you just hear it
Oh
over.
yeah. I also put it on loop earlier for the silence one.
Oh.
Shark bait.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Grasp Cthulhu at it to match the tentacles.
It should not. Fuck, everything's breaking.
Shark bait.
Okay. It's only supposed to play once.
Okay, I got it, but I'm going to cast Grasp Cthulhu at it.
What is it exactly?
Hell!
What
I don't
is
hear
it? What is it exactly?
Okay. One more time. That's what you hear. I had to turn it up too on this. I will turn it up on the.
I heard it. I had to turn it up.
Okay, you did.
I'm gonna cast Grasp Cthulhu to match the tentacles that are coming out of the wall.
As you attempt to cast the spell, Tharnak, it finds no purchase and fails. The spell itself appears to need a proper target. You do see there is a tentacle that flies out and tries to match with the floating tentacles, but with this being a psychic ability, that does not work.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like magically weak.
Nope. It unfortunately does not, and
So-
the spell slot is still used.
So now I have no spell slots.
Oh.
Lovely. Would I recognize any of the phrases? Except for the last one, because I know it's Cthulhu.
You do, very faintly. There is something about this. It feels incomplete.
Okay.
I'm going to say, if you want to trigger it again, you know how.
Yeah. So I have to say something back to it. I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to say to it. I'm gonna say the chant of Cthulhu at it.
Which one? What are you doing?
Like the main chant. I don't know. I pull it up real quick. Finglue. That big one with Cthulhu, Raleigh, Wahalarga, Fetsanga.
Okay.
Hey,
And
yeah.
as you begin to say the words, your voice begins to match with the voice. And as the phrase is uttered, it seems the code is unlocked as the door begins to flash with a purple energy and begin to shift out of the way, opening, allowing you to enter what is essentially another decent-sized hallway. Though a little ways down, you can see there is another opening to a square room, maybe 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk towards the square room.
All right. As you walk down this hallway, you see there's various things on the walls. There is a red dot, gray dot, and you see in various places of separation and closeness to one another in strange patterns that lines one wall. And yeah, it's essentially there are paintings here that look like they've been drawn. At this point, it's essentially equivalent to like a cave painting.
Okay.
And so, while you were before traveling down a hallway that seemed like it was essentially carved by a pickaxe, at this point, these walls are flat. They are structured like this. You're essentially walking through a great box.
Okay. I'm gonna start investigating each drawing.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. That's an 8.
So,
but I'm gonna use my inspiration.
okay. Wow.
Ooh.
And that's an 18.
Oh,
That is an improvement.
So now I don't
Wow.
have inspiration.
Tharnak, you recognize this.
You're welcome.
At first, it takes you a little bit to understand, but you are able to put together. This is the prophecy of you. You see on the wall, seemingly this red dot is representing suddenly appearing on a shoreline. It's very crudely drawn, but you are able to make these things out. There is training, reading books and being taught the ways. There are elves that teach the red dot. You see there is yourself surrounded by not yourself. There is this red dot surrounded by other black dots. Further down, there is the red dot with a streak of black in the bottom. There is a red dot surrounded by snakes. There is a red dot and a gray dot farther away. There's a red dot and a gray dot close together. And again, farther away. There is a red dot and the black dots against what looks to be a dragon. And there's a red dot, the black dots, that raise up what looks to be Cthulhu himself, along with the gray dot. And that is where you find the wall ends as you've come to the entry of another square room. As you see inside this room, there's a door on the opposite side of this room, exactly across from the one you entered in. In the center is a 5-foot wide, knee-high cylindrical structure made of stone bricks. The top of it is clearly open, and a rope hangs from a metal hook that is in the flat ceiling, descending into this dark pit. The rope runs along the ceiling through more of these metal hooks until it meets the wall on your left. It then crawls down the wall and meets a crank of some sort. On the right of the wall, you see a picture carved into the otherwise smooth stone with text written in a language you don't recognize. The door across from you is as open as the one that you are in right now.
Can I make an investigation check on the rope and the place it goes down?
Okay, sure. Roll investigation.
That's a 20. Oh wait, never mind.
That's not a 20.
No, it's a 19. It's a 19. We're good. I rolled an 18. Mentally just saw 18. Didn't look at the modifier added, and then looked at the intimidation modifier I had. And I was like, that's a 23 because I have +5. But no, it's a 19.
Okay, so as you examine the structure, you are able to piece together from what limited knowledge of mechanics that you have. It appears that this rope is attached to this crank on the wall as it then descends down into this open pit of what is essentially like a deep well.
I'm going to pull the crank. I'm going to crank the crank.
Crank that soldier boy.
Sarnak, as you begin to crank, you see You hear the sloshing of water and the loose sound of falling coin as the doors around you slam shut, and you hear this sloshing sound of water. And I'm going to say you have a second to react. What are you doing?
Lowering the crank.
Okay, you lower the crank and you hear as you do, there is the sound of water just seemingly receding as the doors themselves begin to shift and raise back up.
Okay, so I know there's gold, but I don't want the gold. I'm going to continue.
Across from you, actually, you do see that carved part of the wall. As you're looking now, having just gone through this experience, depicts a man swimming in coin with Cthulhu watching from above. To the right, you see Cthulhu grabbing the man out of the pile with a massive hand. To the right of that, you see the man held up close to Cthulhu's face. And the final picture is of Cthulhu standing over the pile of money with no man.
Cthulhu eats man. Okay.
You do sacrifice people to him, so I can't say I'm surprised.
You're right.
So,
I'm just gonna continue going through the door then.
all right. So you begin to pass through the now open door on the other side of the room, right?
Yeah.
From the one you entered?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you begin to go forward that way, we're going to give you a break and let everyone else jump in.
Fair.
All right. Everybody else, what are you doing in this time?
During this time, Theo's probably following Chiron to that other door.
People are following Chiron. Oh yeah, so Chiron's opened the door.
Hal's going to do the same thing, because Hal's not going to be left alone here.
I keep saying Tharnak. I don't know why I'm saying Tharnak. This is just me talking to RJ here. You're DM RJ.
As you open the door, you see a what looks to be a slightly, as best as possible, rug in a circular motion, but you don't see like heads or legs or like anything else. There's just like a circular rug of like an animal pelt. Unlike the ones in like the other room that have, the head still attached on the floor, or the arms that are still on the log. Past that, you see a shelf that has 2 jars on it and a statue.
Can Hal pick up the rug real quick, just see if there's anything hiding underneath it?
Sure.
All right, I was gonna just check underneath the rug.
A spider crawls out underneath and runs away.
Okay, but nothing else underneath it.
Just look at the jars.
You notice one is filled with sand and one is filled with water.
Oh, let me guess. More pets.
No, those are literally just. This is a Cthulhu shrine, guys. I don't think we should be in here. I mean, you shouldn't be in here. You could be unless you want to worship. Yeah, it's just a jar of sand and a jar of water representing.
Is this
the jar died?
Is this Sandy and So I think that was probably Sandy, right?
There's no names to them that I know of. They're just it's really just a shrine. You know,
it was like rocky.
No.
Guys, I think if this is a shrine, like he says, I think he's right. We probably shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't. Let's kill.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to get sacrificed.
I couldn't tell this was a shrine.
I mean, there's clearly a Cthulhu statue in the middle.
I've only seen one statue of Cthulhu in my life.
Oh, well, that's Cthulhu. We have a bigger one by our temple if you want to see him.
I feel like that's the one I saw when I walked.
That's Cthulhu. That's a little statue of him. From what I know, he's told me that the water is supposed to represent Cthulhu, like his embodiment of the world in a sense, not his like physical being, but like his house is the water, and the sand is to represent Tharnak being there with Cthulhu, because
found on the sand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand guardian.
Guardian of the sand.
Well, I guess we should move to that other door then.
Yeah, let's see what's in the other room.
You checking out the other room? Okay. Yeah, let's go. And I pop a rushberry.
So you want some weed?
Want some weed? Want some weed, bro?
I'm gonna. Kyle opens up, like grabs his pouch, opens it up, and goes, "You guys want a rushberry?"
Describe how.
Chiron turns away and just goes to open the next door.
What are they like?
Just say, I'm alright.
You want a lot of energy really quickly. I learned if you keep popping them before the time runs out, it just keeps increasing. You just don't crash.
Like sometime that you would like crash really, really hard.
Yeah, I every Sunday I don't take one.
Oh, okay, that's your off day.
Yeah.
So what happens on that Sunday then?
I sleep. It's like like the only day I don't move. It's crazy to think.
Like the whole day?
I just like I don't sleep any other day. Like it's just I'm constantly up and around the village.
So it's like 9 days of solid activity.
I am actually the self-proclaimed guardian.
Oh, what do you? Okay, is that why you were in the
Wait,
bush?
did you say self-proclaimed?
Yeah. We technically have people who protect us, but like I'm the guy who protects us.
Oh yeah, I saw some of them.
They're also usually the ones who take the travelers.
That's good to know. I'm gonna try to avoid those people.
Oh no, you're already in here. As long as you don't like stray away from us, should be good. You're okay. Everyone's probably being told that you guys are safe, and what you guys look like. You should be fine. You should.
I mean, I'm a half elf. That's like half elf.
Now, are you half wood elf?
Maybe.
Solid point.
Okay.
What is Ananya? Is Ananya a wood elf or like a high elf or like what?
She's a dark elf, right?
Dark elf.
She's a wood elf.
She's a dark elf.
She might be
she just
dark,
seems like a dark elf.
No, I mean, she's a wood elf. That's really like a noble.
Wood elf.
Yeah, no, she's a wood elf. So she fits in perfectly. Like nothing. No one even bats an eye at her. They just think like,
it's a new
wood probably. Kyle just looks at her and just looks away.
Ananya's not in the room.
Oh, right.
At this point, yeah, Ananya, what are you doing?
Ananya was just kind of looking at Stanley, wondering why he plopped out on the log. Because he said he fell asleep on that log in the room. So she's just like looking at him, playing with him, petting him and stuff, just kind of waiting.
He's just there.
He's just
pretty
there.
happy.
Just vibing.
That,
just straight vibing.
Actually, Honorisa comes up to the other side of Stanley and just kind of makes herself a seat. Just kind of looks over to you.
If she's on the other side, wait, other side of Stanley as in at his tail, or other side of Stanley as in like his face is here and she's on this side, on this side?
just essentially the opposite side of where you are, with him in between the two of you.
Stanley's gonna smack her with his tail really hard in the back.
Why? Why?
He doesn't like people.
Stay likes me. We did breathing exercises.
You just kind of look at him. I'm okay, buddy. I'm all right. Just gently kind of like reaches her hand out to try to touch him, and
He's gonna start
stops
growling
herself.
at her.
I give
Stops
you
herself
breathing
and
exercises.
looks up at you. Can I?
He makes his own decisions.
Just kind of looks at Stanley and tries to get a read on him. Actually, I'm just gonna make an animal handling check for her. Fuck.
That's all the physical reaction to that.
That's
I
a
give you
4
breathing
as she goes to pet him. Oh,
Oof.
He's gonna snip at her hand.
okay, that's cool. That's fine. You know, some people don't like the. Yeah, okay. It's fine.
Nani's so cruel. Oh my god.
She's not cruel. Stanley's hated everyone from the beginning.
Stanley likes me.
I give you breathing exercises. Please respond.
Well, yeah, we did breathing exercises. For chill.
True. But also, you rolled. I think you did animal handling for him, and you. Well, she failed miserably.
Teresa just kind of scoots her way over to the very edge of the log, like giving some distance, and just kind of looks over at you. So, how are you?
I'm fine.
Cool. You do this stuff often?
Following fools through a random forest or sitting on a log?
I was going more for the following fools, but either works.
No. No, I don't. But I imagine you do.
No, actually, I don't. I like to not go places. I'm not a fan of the whole adventure thing. Kind of out of my element here.
And what is your element?
I don't know.
This is tea.
I don't really fit in anywhere, so I'm hoping to find it. Chiron says he knows a place where people like me are not hated, and I think I'd like to go there. So I guess that might be my element. I just haven't found it yet. What's your element?
Nothing good.
No. Fair enough. Just kind of observing. He's a cute dog, even if he's kind of ferocious.
Yep.
Besides mine. Okay. Kind of nods and goes back to silence.
So mean.
She's happy. Okay.
So go into this other door.
So you enter the other door. Door swings open. There really aren't any locks on the doors. So that's a thing. And you notice there's a bed and what appears to be another rug of smaller animal, more like a wolf size that covers a portion of the floor, like right next to the bed, and a desk with a chair.
Huh.
Hmm.
Neat.
Yeah. This is the Thornax room.
Can I check under the rug again?
Sure. I mean, Thornax not really the one to keep any secrets. But
That's
sure.
I just like checking under rugs.
Okay. You can.
So I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna lift the rug.
I want just look underneath it, make sure there's no like anything.
There's just some dirt.
Love dirt.
The same spider looks really annoyed.
The same spider looks at you, scurries out,
like,
and seems to go back into the other room.
He's like, come on, man.
I didn't know Varnick had another pet.
What do you think I even named this pet? We got Rocky, and now we got a spider.
I don't know.
God,
Like,
spider.
Apparently, he has Martin, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's not
Very
like snaky
inconsistent.
or like
A boa.
then you could have Rocky and then
Balboa.
Anyway,
Y'all are so dumb.
it's dumb. And I wish I thought of it. Yeah, this is just his bedroom. That's his little desk he writes at. Don't know who he writes to or what he writes.
Are there any notes like here still?
Can he write?
I mean, I've seen him write before, just not in here.
While Chiron's in here, Chiron's kind of looking around for any like older paintings of him in the village and that kind of stuff.
And Hal wants to look on the table, see if there's any notes still there that he can read.
The table is empty.
Hal can read?
Hal can read, actually. Hal is not illiterate.
The table is completely empty. There's a little black mark that seems to be like inks, like an ink stain that from a spill, but otherwise nothing else. I don't know if you're flipping me off or
no, that was to Aubrey.
Okay. I was gonna say, what did you expect from Tharnak's house?
You said there were secrets here. I'm disappointed.
Chaos.
Now that you have explored like the entire house, the secret was the 2 rooms.
Oh.
I mean, I would have just assumed he
Dang,
had
who would have known a hallway would have had 2 rooms?
Who would have guessed?
It's really not the case. And for Chiron, you don't see any paintings. There's nothing really on the walls. The only thing you notice while within the house is a what seems to be a makeshift window that kind of just has a hole in the wall and some kind of clear thing, if there is anything there.
Thornak isn't one for interior design.
Yeah, I mean this is kind of the basic layout of most of our houses. It's just bigger the bigger the family. Yeah, we're not really building kind of people. We don't really build.
That's fair. I just feel like it'd be cool to have some art or something, on these walls.
I mean, art's pretty hard to come by. You know, it's travelers aren't always.
Especially since you keep kidnapping all the travelers.
I mean, any like real paintings or like anything we saw like of value kind of went more towards the elders because they're the elders. But yeah, we
Makes sense,
really
yes.
don't get anything.
Sounds like a hierarchy that I would not know part of.
I mean, you could say that. I mean, we have the very top Cthulhu himself, and then we have the great dreamers, and then we have us.
I just feel like, they should share the wealth a little bit more.
Oh no, we give it to them. It is like our offering to them when we find it. I should say when the guards find it. I've never been,
Just sounds a little one-sided,
I mean, it's
how about we lay off the existential questions here and not overstay our welcome?
It's more of our choices than anything. We choose to give it to them.
Sounds like a parasocial relationship.
I don't know why you're thinking too deep into this. We really just we choose to give it to them. Yeah,
I understand that part.
I know
we should ease off on the existential questions here and not get ourselves sacrificed.
I know my mom has. Oh, don't worry. You're friends with Thornak.
I can't help but feel like this is Zombie just trying to make a coup.
I think
100% is because that's his character flaw.
I know my parents have a painting. I think some other people do. But usually the more expensive things we give to the elders as a like a praise and offering to them in a sense, where
So what do the elders do in return?
they're a communication to Cthulhu, to the great old one, great dreamer.
So not everyone can communicate to Cthulhu?
It's hard. It takes a lot of meditation and practice, and you usually it with what else, because we live very long, it takes us a very long time, hence why we're all wood elves. We all live a very long time.
Like, I had a painting of my family in my house, right?
Yeah.
And it was like my prized possession. I'm just surprised you guys don't have something like that. It seems like you're getting a little bit taken advantage of.
I mean, we really don't make the paintings ourselves. We usually go down by we usually tell stories and remember people by verbal and some written stories. We usually pass down more verbal sometimes. At least my family does.
Okay.
Also, we tend to see our ancestors, they kind of live a while, and when we grow up, we still see them sometimes.
That's fair.
It
seems kind of one-sided.
I know my great grandfather. He's still alive. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's head back to the main room.
This is Thonic's house. That's his room.
I was gonna walk back out to the main room. Presumably while this conversation's happening.
Everyone's gathering back in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this just plays very well into Hal's flaw of hierarchy and
Tyranny.
non-freedom, tyranny.
Dragons.
I mean, we don't really. We're kind of free. We can leave whenever we want. It's just, by the Great Cthulhu may get angry at us, but we still leave sometimes.
I'll take your word for it.
With that, as you are all gathering back in the main room, you do see Elder Bromlin walk back in and stand before you. He just kind of smiles. My apologies for not being more cordial. welcome, my esteemed guests.
It is nice to be here.
It's definitely interesting seeing the whole.
What he said.
Just kind of looks among everyone in the room. At this point, Tharnak is... Well, I don't know what he's doing. All I know is... he will have hopefully learned enough from myself and, I suppose, from you to be the tiefling that he is supposed to.
To do what exactly?
To be who he is destined to be. Smiles at you for a second. I can only hope he's doing all right.
If we know Tharnak, he's doing just fine.
Yeah, we've been through a lot together. I'm sure he'll pull through.
Yeah, he can get himself out of any situation he gets himself into. That's for sure.
And with that, we're gonna cut back to Tharnak. That's cool.
Hang on. Before we get back, Chiron's gonna look at the elder and be like, "If you don't mind, I would like a private word with you."
Kind of looks among the rest of you. Very well. I should warn you. Your friend may not be out until much beyond the sunrise. You will have places to stay here. As a matter of fact, I will welcome you into my own home. I know you're of a different culture, but this is a sacred act. I do welcome you in, as you would be my esteemed guest.
We're most grateful for the hospitality.
Thank you, sir.
Tharnak has welcomed you into this place. You may stay here, whatever your choice is. Or you may come out and revel with us on this night.
Sounds like a fun time.
Very well. I suppose you and I will have a slight word.
Thank you, sir.
Come with me. And he turns and begins to walk out. And with that, we're going to cut to Tharnak, and we will pick up on that conversation later.
Yeah, no, I would go like this, wouldn't I?
No.
So that is that is the far corner. And then going...
It's flipped from what you see.
Yes.
Yeah, that way.
So that is Austin's side.
Mm-hmm.
And
then I would go...
Austin, you gotta go the other way, though, because it's flipped.
Other way, Austin.
Oh, so it's...
Yeah.
Yep. And then that's to me. And then this is actually my left, but this looks like it's your side, right?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so it would be like that, but I don't have a... Yeah. Hi, welcome
this is
back,
real
guys.
confusing.
Yeah, so this is why I had to make all these stupid camera changes, is because on that one that's actually...
on stream?
Yeah, the stream one actually flips it. So that's why I always had trouble with the battle map whenever we first started.
There's some cameras.
Hey, at least up and down is still up and down.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'd be concerned if it wasn't.
Yo, if we could figure out our diagonals, though, I'll be like, Austin, what's good? Pass it up.
Oh, you want to die, Aubrey? Hey, RJ, can you pass a die, please?
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Thank you. Here you go, Art. Here you go, Elsie.
Oh, thank you so much. Here you go, Aubrey. Catch.
Oh,
There you
There we go.
Don't miss
got
it.
it.
Nice.
Man, not really a good catch.
I'm gonna need that back eventually. By the way.
Can
Oh,
I just like throw it to you now?
yeah. Do your best.
Okay, ready?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck. Okay, got it. Okay.
Oh, good catch. Good
All right,
catch.
Austin, ready?
I got it.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, colors.
Thanks, man.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh, that
Proud
joke
of
really
it.
went over my head.
Yeah. Really, I could have just thrown it though. Wait, can I throw it this way or did he throw it that way?
That way would go to RJ if you wanted to do
Yo,
that.
RJ, can you catch from this far?
Probably not. But let's try.
He's not very athletic.
Yeah.
1,
You're gonna have to fly through Austin's screen.
2, 3.
You have to throw yours.
Got it.
Yo, you know that moment when Aubrey always loses her D20 during every single session we've had recently?
Just those one to Aubrey.
Here, wait, Aubrey, we have one for you.
Oh, you do? Perfect.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. I needed that.
Hell yeah.
That's important.
I think we have the same one too. So
Oh,
I'm
do
dead.
we? Well, mine's rainbow,
Oh,
but from
yours
far
is
away it
not.
looks just
yeah,
green.
never mind.
True.
Fun fact, I had to super glue my nail back on because, as you can see, it's very grown out. So when I smacked it,
Oh no.
oh no, I need to get them removed.
Okay.
I can't game on a keyboard with nails this long. It's getting caught up underneath the other keys.
Oh,
All right. So
That was amazing,
Here-
by the way.
there I was. Round of applause for the creativity of these lads. Oh hell yeah. Okay. So let's pop back into it because we were going to swap over to Tharnak again. See what's going on with you. So, after exiting this perfectly square room with the well in the middle of it, we lost zombie.
I
No.
went to grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I told you
no.
this was gonna happen.
I knew this.
it's
And you know what? Just because why not? I just want to have the groovy bot in here. I should be playing music.
Damn it,
That'd be
Dion.
smart. What did I do with the silence? Oh, there it is. It's the idle state. That's
sounds of
It touches the sound. Of silence.
Give me a second here.
flop. I did the thing. We lost RJ. No. Ah! Well,
watching a lot of zombies. Tower plot.
I guess we can take this time to talk about the fact that you're in separate rooms now, Pagu, in dorms.
Should I change that?
Apartment. No, please, no. Not the echo. No, I made mistakes.
I can just yell loud enough.
Yeah, honestly, it's paper thin walls.
Yo, my
Alright.
house is paper thin walls. I can hear my sister who lives in the garage. She lives literally underneath me in a garage, and I can still hear everything going on downstairs.
Let me just make sure. I think the stream's all right? Everything's good.
Thing seems
By
good.
the way, another acknowledgement. We had 2 subscriptions today. One from RJ and one from Tugati. So thank you guys.
Nice.
Ooh!
Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
Big Swan blowout.
Hero
Oh my
4
gosh!
Days.
Yes, RJ.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. Time is a ticking. Okay. So, RJ.
Yeah.
Door on the opposite side of the square room presents a straight path that eventually turns into stairs that lead upward. There are only maybe 10 steps in this staircase. This room is also very flattened. It, as opposed to the rough, seemingly pickaxe carved descent, this is a what is the word to describe it? Much finer place to be.
Okay.
Flat stone. So at the moment you are at that door with the hole.
Which I'm going to walk through carefully.
Okay. You walk down this hallway. It's not very long. And you do make it up to the steps. There's about 10 steps, and you can see that on top of this is another, 20-foot hallway. That's above these steps. And there is another set of 10 steps on the other side.
I'm going to go up the steps.
Good. As you are going up the steps and you enter this elevated hallway, you can see along the sides, these walls, there are small sort of cutouts, like a I'm too white, so I'm disappearing. Like a sort of peaked, a rectangle with about a half circle on the top. And in each of these cutouts are various small statuettes, similar to the statue of Cthulhu, but these ones are each representing a member of Cthulhu's family. Various other great old ones beyond Cthulhu himself. You can see this hall is lined, these various ones, all 20 feet, having separate individual statuettes.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'm going to look at the statues and see if I can see anything special about them. That seems out of place as best as I can possibly tell with my knowledge.
They do all appear to be small stone carvings, but there are small candles by each one. All of them are unlit. They look like maybe small stations of worship.
Do I see one of Cthulhu?
Not here.
Not here.
This is specifically just family members.
Okay. Do I see a door?
Again, at the end of this hole, there are another 10 steps that raise up into a different space. There is no particular door in this, and you can see that there is something beyond it.
Okay. As I go up to each statue, I'm going to light the what was it, a torch or whatever in front of it with my torch.
Lighting the incense candles?
Yeah, sorry, those. With my own torch that I have, and after each time I light one, I'm going to give a bow.
As you go to light the first one before you, you hear as the flame leaps from the torch onto the unlit candle. See the flame turn purple on the candle, and there is a shaking sound as you hear something rustling from above you. Glancing up, you see small circular holes in the ceiling. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
Make sure I'm not underneath a hole.
You are underneath a lot of them.
Is there any?
They are scattered all along the ceiling.
Is there a spot I can go that doesn't have any holes?
The end of the hallway or the one right back where you were.
Which one's closer again? I'm assuming the one
at this point, I'm assuming if you were going for the first statue you saw,
yeah,
the closest would be the staircase back where you came from.
I'm going to scoot back there and
immediate reactions.
I'm going to go back to the hall I was just at and observe and see what happens.
Okay, so you step back. Immediately you see there are small pointed spikes that begin descending from the roof. You got another second to act. What do you want to do? 5 seconds to make a decision.
The spikes are coming from the ceiling?
From the ceiling down.
How quickly are they coming?
It's a matter of seconds.
I'm gonna try and extinguish the flame.
Okay. You run back in, and as the spikes are descending further down, you put your hand, and it does actually burn your hand, even as a tiefling. You're gonna take. Hold on.
They anchored the gods?
Wow, lucky you, bitch. Okay. You take 1 point of fire damage.
Yeah, that's a lot for Tharnak.
Hey! I'm at 18 health now.
Total. Yeah. But the flame itself does extinguish, and just in the nick of time, too, as you feel right next to your head, there is a spike. It is just stopped. There is a moment of nothing happening at all. There is no movement. The spikes are just staying stationary.
I am going to continue walking to the other end of the hall carefully, not to get hit by any spikes.
At this point, it is more of like a crouch to a crawl to try to get under these things. They did descend quite far. And as you are progressing, as time moves on, you see the spikes themselves shake a little bit. And it's nervousness at first. You see that they do begin to rise back up.
That was too close for comfort. Okay.
Yep. So you make it to the end of the hall, which again is open and has 10 steps leading upwards.
I'm gonna continue going up the stairs, or continue going. I mean,
You go up the stairs or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna continue.
At the top of the steps, you come across another room. This one is a long hallway with 2 large doorways on each side. Each doorway having 2 human-sized statues of Cthulhu on either side of it. This room is a large stone rectangle, though the roof, similarly to the cutout locations you saw before, is actually curved, and it's about like 30 feet up. Like, this is a big open space. And as you gaze up into the dark space, you see small reflections scattered throughout the black. The torch in your hand, lighting above like a starry night. It's almost as if you're staring into the night sky. There are small dangling spheres, which mimic planets in the solar system, each one in a straight line leading towards a glowing ball of light at the end of the hall, seemingly representing the sun. Beneath this light is a large statue of Cthulhu, sitting cross-legged. I can't fit into this chair. Sitting cross-legged, with folded arms. The stone statue's eyes flash to life with a burning purple eldritch energy and gaze directly at you. The stone itself shifts as the statue's arms unfold, one moving to its leg and the other slowly extending towards you. A single finger extends from the straight arm into a point directly at you. As it does this, every Cthulhu statue in the room rotates its head towards you, each with its own glowing purple eyes, staring.
Tharnak is just going to start praying right now. He's just going to start like reciting the prayer over and over and like going to one knee. Like just getting down on one knee, just reciting the prayer while holding the necklace as well.
As you do this, there is no further movement from any of the statues. They simply stay in the positions they're in. The one massive statue at the end of the hall, still pointing. All the others still gazing, stationary in their positions.
Great Cthulhu. What do you need? I'm saying that out loud to it. I think in the room.
There is silence in the room. Before there was the shifting sound of stone, but once again, there's nothing but quiet. You hear your voice bouncing, echoing through the hall, and returning back to you, empty, without a reply.
I'm going to get up and slowly walk in the room, trying not to touch anything at all, and just watching the statues to see if the heads move at all.
The one large statue at the end of the hall remains pointing at you, though as you begin to walk, the hand begins to lower a bit, still pointing, but lowering. The heads of every statue turn to follow you.
Once I get close to the main statue, I'm going to bow at it and go, I hope you can hear me right now. Great Cthulhu. And to whatever you need, I will be your servant.
You, as you walk past each of the various doors, finally making it to the end of the hall, Tharnak, even at your full standing height, you only come up to the tentacles of the seated statue. Its finger lowers as you get closer, still extended, but seemingly adjusting to your height until it becomes level with your chest. And as you drop to your knees before it, the finger lowers down towards you,
Like the real seduction.
Not again.
There is no response. The only sounds that come from these things are the shifting of the stone. The room once again falls into silence after your prayer is stated.
I'm gonna put my head against the finger.
You just got booped by Cthulhu.
No, I'm booping the finger. Does anything happen?
It does not move.
I'm gonna stand up again in front of it
Okay.
and ask it to
raises to your torso.
I'm going to take off the necklace, take the ring off the necklace, and put it on the finger.
After about 10-20 minutes, the ring itself begins to adjust to the massive size of the hand. And you see as you're sliding it on, there is a small indented section further down this finger, which the ring then slides over onto. As it does, the statue begins to crack, but not really, as there is the sound of grinding stones.
I really wish I had mending right now.
Really wish you had what?
Mending right now.
There's a thud and another thud as the statue before you begins to unfold its legs, raising itself up, towering down over you, standing at least 20 feet tall. Once it's up, the statue turns towards the massive chain beside it and begins to pull. With the first tug, the door that it's guarding thuds. The ancient entry point seemingly unwilling to yield to the movement after years of being sealed. After a moment, you hear the simultaneous splintering of wood and the cracking of stone, synchronized with the sound of massive metallic chains being pulled. The door creaks open. This massive door, essentially the size of the hall itself, 30 or so feet, creaks open. And before you is a massive cavern with rough walls and a ceiling you can't see. The sound of the opening door that echoes through this space, bouncing around the still air. It's the only way you can even fathom the size of this place. Your vision only extends down the steps to your right, just inside the door. The rest, pure blackness.
I'm going to walk through the door.
Step inside, and there is a stone platform that is flat and comes to an abrupt stop into straight blackness. To your right, carved stairs of stone descending along the cavern wall.
I am going to go down the stairs.
As you do, the door finishes opening. The massive statue secures the chain. keep the massive doors open. Then stands fully upright again and looks down at you. It takes the ring off its finger and drops it down into the darkness below, straight off the edge. After a second or two, you hear a plop and the sound of rippling water. As the oversized ring is no longer there.
There goes the ring.
The statue stays there as you begin to descend the steps.
Oh joy.
Once again, folding its and almost standing guard.
Okay.
What are you doing, Thorn?
I'm going down the stairs, like I said.
You continue down the steps, and you go for quite some time, traveling down and down and down. And we're going to pick up what you find down there in a second, but right now I want to swap back to everybody else and give you guys a little moment to do something.
All right. Well,
Anything you want to do at this time?
Well, Hal has taken up the elders' invitation to. What did he say? What was the wording? It was
revel.
Revel. I do.
Revel with the townsfolk.
Like party.
Yeah. No, I know what it means, but.
Mm-hmm. There is outside many a great chants around the bonfire. You know none of it. Don't even understand the slightest bit of what they're saying. Sometimes they say things in Elvish. Most of the time it's in some ancient language. But what you do know is there's booze.
That's fantastic.
There's a lot of it.
All you had to say.
I'm gonna converse with them in Elvish.
Okay.
Whenever I get the opportunity to. I'm assuming I'm not a main event / important here, so I'm assuming it's not gonna be that often. But whenever I get the opportunity to, I will.
He's gonna stay close to the group as he doesn't want to be sacrificed.
Okay. It's with the group. And Anya, what are you up to?
I think her and Stanley will go check it out, but more on the outside observing type thing, not actually partaking in what's going on.
Chiron, is there anything you want to do in this time, particularly?
Chiron's outside with Elder Bromlin.
Right, they wanted to have a private chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This chat, what I think it's gonna be.
It might be.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Do you want this chat to be in here, or do you want it to be somewhere else?
That's what I was considering, but I will happily, I think, do it here, because where else?
Fair.
So, we'll start with this. Among the few of you, Hal, Theo, and words.
Ananya,
thank you. I wanted to say Honorisa because
Elaine.
I think she's kind of there.
Elaine.
But
She is.
I ended up mixing the two names together, and it got really weird.
And Nani Risa.
Inanya Risa. Oh God, ship name now.
Yeah, I think if anyone's selected ship, it's
them.
them.
100%.
It's
definitely
100%.
They
It's
really
happening,
hit it
boys.
off. They really hit it off,
Aubrey, we need the art now.
Honorisa.
Aubrey is fuming. No.
Anania just seems like she hates her so much just because she likes her so much.
No.
Yeah, it's like how
Ew.
She's
like
trying to put up.
She's
She's
hiding
trying
her
to put off
feelings.
opposing vibes.
Yeah.
Ew.
it's like when like a younger. a lower school boy is like trying to flirt by being mean.
Yep, exactly.
Honorisa, expressing trying to be nice, and Nanya immediately shutting her
literally
down.
stab a hoe if she needs to. She will cut a bitch if she gets too close. Ever hear the song? You bad bitch.
The four of you are around this campfire, and Ananya, as much as you are trying to stay away, the people here are trying to bring you in.
It's a
every
party.
so often there are people who lay their hands on you and smile and speak in Elvish to you.
Speaking what to me?
There is a lot of speech around the idea that you are the prophesied ones. You will aid the Red One in awakening their lord.
Aid the Red Ones.
Dang, I'm not a big prophecy fan.
I have no idea what they're saying, so.
That's true. Theo, you just see people awkwardly trying to lay
Wait,
their
is there
hands on you
food?
speaking in some language.
I'm just thinking a
Is
weird
there food?
convo line.
There is food, actually. There is prepared food, which is some food being thrown into the bonfire and cooked. Various animals. You see horses being cooked. There's a bear, actually, that is also being cooked.
All right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's pretty much it.
I think Ananya's gonna try to get some nom noms and then have Stanley have free reign because they're the aiders to the chosen one. She's gonna milk it. She's kind of gonna be like, "Oh yes, that's it. That's exactly who I am."
He was like, all right, not being sacrificed today. He's going to be a little bit more confident.
Not being sacrificed today.
Yee.
Day Cthulhu.
Honoris is pretty uncomfortable, kind of used to it, so she ain't doing shit. Chiron. I'm gonna hold you off for a second. Zombie, are you here?
Yeah, I was trying to get to my description character sheet to see what his sense of prophecy was. Okay, sorry, I was going to
That's okay.
character sheet.
You wanted to talk to one of these
If
people?
this is his destiny, cool with that.
You think about it, it's just a big.
Do I? Yeah. See, Hal cares about a story with him in it. Doesn't know which one it's gonna be. So he might converse and shortly with some people, but I don't think he's seeking anyone out in particular.
Okay. Then what is it specifically that you're seeking out as far as information is concerned? Is that what you're hunting, or
just trying to learn this story of the prophecy, just seeing how it affects me? What is the actual prophecy? Even though I've heard it from Tharnak a couple times, they probably have a different view on it.
The belief of the prophecy is that a red one will wash up on the shore as a gift from the Great Old One himself. The red one would grow and learn the ways of the great dreamers, being taught at the highest level of their society, as he would have a gift to connect with Cthulhu himself. The prophecy goes on to say that others will join him on his quest, and he will one day resurrect the sleeping Great Old One. Cthulhu will rise again.
Huh. Neat.
Cool.
And from that point, the world will descend into glorious madness. There will be no more good and evil.
I love the fact that
People will
it's
be
glorious
free to
madness.
kill and revel and
Mm.
enjoy insanity.
Oh, so the purge, but daily?
And all the time.
24/7.
No.
Praise his freedom.
No.
Well,
Well, I guess the Nanya would be happy with that, but me as a person, no.
Theo would not like that. He likes order.
Which is interesting for a thief, but
Yes. He likes a certain type of order.
Hal is a little concerned, for sure.
I'm
Wow.
craving yogurt. Anyway.
So while this is going on, Chiron, you are aside with Elder Bromlin, correct?
Mm-hmm. I
Very well.
basically walk with Elder Bromlin back over towards like the beach, basically.
Okay.
Um,
He walks with you, arms folded, occasionally stroking his long beard with years of experience pondering.
we make it over to the beach, and Chiron looks at him and says, "I figure you already know what I'm going to ask you, don't you?"
I know what Great Old One wills me to know. I do not know everything about you, but I have seen your face. I do not know about your companions, but I have seen theirs.
Okay. Well, my question is not necessarily just about my companions. I want to know more about Tharnak, as y'all call him, the Great Red One. I want to know more about how he got here.
Deep here.
Why are we here?
From what he has told me, and from what Kyle has told me, he washed up on the beach.
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened that day? Was there anything significant that day besides him washing up on the beach?
Yes. There was. The night before, as a matter of fact, for the previous few weeks, I had been receiving visions of a small red child who would arrive. I didn't know then what it meant for sure. My training was cut short, as the elder before me, the previous great dreamer, he left this place, took with him the ring and one of the statues, left us crippled. My mentor left me with pieces of information, but to be honest with you, I don't know everything that a great dreamer should. Over my many years, we lost Bree.
LOL, I'm dead. Sorry.
Uh, over my many years, I've pieced together bits of ancient knowledge. And the great dreamer has granted me, the true great dreamer, has granted me visions to show me things that I must know. I've done all I can to impart my knowledge into Tharnak. But if I'm honest with you, I'm unsure if he's ready. I don't know. He's meant to lead our people. Meant to bring our Lord back into this world. Usher in a new era. I do not know. I do not know if he's ready yet. But I can
Well,
see that with you by his side, he stands a greater chance.
he knows that he always has my assistance. Me and Tharnak have become very good friends.
Indeed. The night we found him, I had a strong vision during the night. When I came to the shore, the boy was there. A piece of wood. A gift. I wish I could say the skies parted, but it was a stormy day.
I ask you these things because I feel an unusually strong connection with Tharnak. When I was a child, very, very young, earlier than I can ever remember, my uncle and his family were actually lost. They were lost on some kind of trip that they were going on. And we never knew what happened to them.
Are we cousins?
I think, man, that's.
I've been thinking this for a while.
I'm not sure if he is who I think he is. I won't know that, at least not for a long time. But the connection between us is stronger than I have felt with many other people I've came in contact with.
He rests his hand on your shoulder. Tharnak has a pull to him, I will admit. There were no people aside from Tharnak himself. Then he didn't even have a name.
When he washed up on shore, was there anything like a strange birthmark that he possessed?
Yes. A small T shape. That's how we gave him his name.
Interesting. I have a lot more digging to do, but were there any signs of anyone else that day that he washed up?
No?
Just him.
Just the promised child. Stares off.
You said it was stormy that day, right?
Yes.
Was it unnaturally stormy that day, or?
There are a lot of a lot of things on this coast. I don't particularly remember. One way or another, it was clearing up by the time we found him.
Hmm. But I figure that was a very long time ago. And
Approximately 18 years.
18 years? No. 17, 16, 17 years. Not long at all.
oh yeah, that is true. You elves actually live much longer than us, right?
That's why my people rejoice. For they know the Great One will awaken soon.
And to you, even 10 years is nothing.
For a child, maybe. Most of us can live for centuries. Mind you, most do not survive that long. People die on hunts all the time. That's what life is like in the uncivilized world.
This much is true. Life outside of this forest, hell, even life from me outside of my island, is much different than everything I ever pictured it being. Much more violent and
It is a dangerous
uncivilized. Well, that's the good thing about having friends in an uncivilized place like this.
Yes. Tharnak, you will become something beyond you. You will become something beyond me. Please. Ensure he makes it that long. It just kind of gives a slight smirk.
I will try my best to keep him out of as much trouble as I can, even though he very much so likes finding it.
It is our way.
This is the way.
With that, he actually pulls out a bottle of booze. You recognize it. It's got a label from Waterdeep.
Here, take this one.
He pulls it out and just pops the cork.
Got it.
Stretches it out to you.
All right.
Here, Austin.
Here we go. Here.
To the pass again.
There you go.
Oh, wait, wrong side.
Wrong side.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah, I'll pass it over. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I think something got messed up in the. Oh, okay.
In space-time continuum.
Yep.
For legal reasons, we are all of age.
For legal reasons, they're empty props.
Yeah,
For legal reasons, it's all water.
This is actually empty. You can't tell.
Yeah, clearly.
With that,
So is this.
you are able to spend some time Are we gonna be all right with swapping back to Tharnak now?
Before Chiron takes a drink, Chiron wants to look at him and ask, was that all of, like, the wood that he washed up on, was that all of the wood that washed up on shore that day?
He stops to think for a moment. No, there were other pieces. We used them in the construction of some of the homes in this place.
When we go back, do you think you could point any of those out to me?
Wood is wood, but sure.
Did any of them have any signifying markers? Something that just didn't make sense? Weird language, something like that.
Not that I can recall. If you'd like, I can ask if there is something specific you're trying to inquire about.
Just any kind of pieces that might have had an odd language or an odd symbol on them.
I'll see what I can find.
Thank you, Elder. And Chiron takes the glass and drinks a pretty deep swig.
Stares off at the horizon. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, yes.
where I'm at, is the ring glowing at all? Or is it too far to glow?
Which one?
The Nerth one.
Either one, probably.
No, there is no glow.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I just wanted to ask. Okay, I'm done.
And where are you currently at?
Question.
Yeah, neither is glowing.
Out of character question.
Yes.
If I had mending, could I continue to use it from a piece of wood to make a boat? Or would it just fix that one plank?
Yeah, it's more about like mending something that was broken. Like a piece of cracked stone could form back into a solid piece, or a splintered plank could return to its non-splintered state.
Okay.
So I would
and
say,
does it work with like paintings, or is it, or like words, or is it just like the wood?
it could work with a painting.
Okay. For no reason whatsoever. Not metagaming. Just out of character question. So say, like we obviously found a piece of wood that had some weird lettering on it. Could I cast mending to bring that lettering back?
It depends.
Huh? Isn't that weird, Austin? That's kind of weird.
Trying really hard here.
I just thought that's a cool note that we should establish beforehand.
Consider, yeah.
Not
Passive-
metagaming at all.
No, I'm just
not
asking a question.
metagaming.
Just asking a question.
Just elaborating.
Like, say if house painting got slacked, could I cast mending on it?
What about my painting? My expensive ass painting that's just gone.
Like, no, so if my painting got slashed down the middle, could I cast mending to fix it? Or because it's painted, like, would that not fix?
I mean,
Oh, I see what you're doing here, you bastard.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear.
I mean,
Not for
I'll-
just out of curiosity's sake, you know.
just out of,
Not inquiring under any other
we're
specific
Not
circumstances.
gonna worry about that right now.
Okay, I just wanted to ask for precedent.
All right. So, Tharnak, You're descending the stone steps, which are hugging this cavern wall, which seems to have had wear and tear over time. This place is massive. It is big and grand and open, but it is dark. The torchlight that you have is giving off just a bit, just enough. And after a while, you do come down to a surface that flattens for a bit. See around you water that ripples gently. It's dark. You can't exactly see beneath the surface of it. That is just in your current state, not doing anything.
Fair. I'm gonna try to get as close to the water as I can without with my torch without extinguishing it. See if I can see anything.
And you do. And as you approach, you see down below a shine, and another, and another, and another, and another. And you realize that this place down below is filled with gold coins, and silver, and platinum, copper. There are swords and armor, things deep beneath the water that reflects back to you. You see before you, on the bottom of these steps, the ring, slightly shrunken in size, sitting there on its own. A few droplets of water on it.
Is it in the water?
No.
I'm going.
On the solid ground before you.
Interesting. I'm gonna reach down and grab it. Pick it up.
You reach down and pick it up. And as you do, around you, you see emerging from the dark water two of these creatures that stand up before you on either side. They look to one another, their black, expressionless eyes. And there's some form of conversation that's being had as they eye you and back and forth as they stand there.
Hello.
Just out of curiosity,
Hi,
what languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay.
I'm
Shout out to
Tony. You
character
haven't talked about
creation.
our
You
Lord
could've
and
chosen
Savior
this one.
today.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
I said shout out to character creation when you could have chosen this one.
Okay, I don't think they understand me.
So one stands upright and gazes down, a sort of intensity to it. The other leans down close to your hand and the eyes.
Wait, was the eye?
Your hand.
Which one? One has the ring, one has the staff.
I guess your hands.
Just my hands and stuff. Okay. I am going to turn, like, with still holding everything, but turn my hands so they could see them, like, better. But still kind of, like, towards me, so, like, kind of just a little bit out.
The one that is down by your hands, eyeing you, one of its tentacles reaches out from its face as it sticks it around the ring and curls and takes the ring from you, slowly moving back. You feel actually it is very strange. Your hand tingling after the tentacles touched it. It's kind of hard to move your thumb in that hand. It feels kind of awkward. It fades away after a short while.
Okay.
I'm going to say you can make a nature, history, or arcana check.
Nature, history, or arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my nature and arcana are the same exact. And I'm not going for history. So I'm going to go with the nature check.
Okay.
Can I use my DM inspiration now?
Wait,
Because
hold
Bardic
on.
inspiration.
You used Bardic Inspiration earlier? What? Bardic Inspiration was...
Bardic Inspiration is
put
only
that-
a 1d6.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm gonna say use...
So I'm going to use my
Um,
Bardic inspiration now then.
Yeah, I'm going to say you can use your Bardic here.
Okay.
Even though technically it's technically out of the front time frame, but it's fine.
That's fine. It's fucking 8. That's an 8.
8.
It's an 8.
You do not know what these creatures are.
Wait, did you add your d6 to that?
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
7 full of fucking 1.
Oh, it's painful.
Damn, I have absolutely no inspiration.
Thoric has never been an intelligent man.
You haven't the slightest clue, but they have a unique look.
This is definitely Cthulhu-esque.
Crab people.
And before you, the one with the ring turns and starts walking. It's strange, almost fish-like tail flying behind. And the other still stares down inquisitively towards you before finally turning and stepping down. There is something you didn't see before, about a step down into the water, and then a straight pathway that leads forward.
I'm gonna follow them. Like, I'm assuming they went down that path.
They actually went into the water again.
Oh, okay.
But along that path, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go along the path.
As you do, I need a second to set some stuff up. So we're gonna jump back to the rest of you guys. What are you doing?
I guess just. I think I was just sticking with the group. Hanging out in this little revel that got going.
We ate. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, got food.
They are cheering about having defended against intruders.
Weird.
Wait, intruders?
What intruders?
You do not. You don't say there are some humans. They don't give many specifics aside from the fact that there were some humans that came into this place and tried to desecrate their sacred land.
Crusaders, I hate them.
You know how those paladins can be.
I mean, is it late? Is it sunrise? Is it like
the moon is nearly at its peak? Nearly. Like it is actually at this point almost incomprehensible to tell if it is or isn't at its peak.
So it's like midnight, but like actually middle of.
is there a place to sit down by the big old fire?
Oh yeah.
I think
Though most
Ananya
people
wants
are
to
jumping
cuddle up
against
with
it.
her big old pupper and just fall asleep
Okay.
by the fire, though. And noise won't really bother her. She'll just drown it out. It's fine.
Okay.
Food coma, I swear.
So
Yeah,
all of you are fed for the night and have had are provided places to sleep in houses or in the open.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, Ananya, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
We have places you can sleep indoors in like a bed, if you like.
And
You can go sleep there instead of out in the open. Just thought it'd be more comfortable and not as loud.
I think I like it here. If you don't mind. I don't mean to be impolite at all. I just enjoy the outdoors and the smell of the smoke, and actually the loud noise is comforting.
Okay. Well, you can stay as long as you want. Yeah. It gets quite loud here quite often.
I'm sure. Thank you for your hospitality. I appreciate it greatly.
Of course. I'm gonna head back over to my family now. And you have a good night. And I'm Papa Rushberry.
Oh my.
And,
Well. He's gonna enjoy the party a bit. And then I guess if everyone else starts to probably will as well.
Hal's just gonna keep on hanging out with the locals, having a grand old time.
I have crab rave in my head while I'm picturing people around the bonfire. I'm not even thinking about this whole time.
Chiron's just walking back with Elder Bromlin and is going to find Onirisa.
And Honoris is by the fire with everybody. Seems a little uncomfortable. But yeah.
Chiron
Fine.
goes up and sits beside her and puts his arm around her.
Looks at you and definitely seems a bit more comfortable.
Chiron's gonna look back, smirk slightly, and be like, I know this probably isn't something you do very often.
No, can't say I'm a fan of parties, to be honest.
Hey, you're not the only one.
As he's saying this, Theo would like to bring over 3 drinks.
Okay, maybe I'm a fan of parties, and she takes one.
He's like, yeah, they were handing these out over there. Here you go. He's gonna hand one to Chiron and one to Honoris, and he's gonna take one for himself.
Chiron's gonna
It's
smell it
further
first
away.
before.
It smells all right.
Does it
it's-
smell fruity? Does it smell stout?
Does it look like human blood?
Does it look like blood in general?
That would have been a good thing to check for how he did not think about it.
Theo, where you got this from was essentially it was a crate. It was a packed crate full of booze, and it's got a kind of the same thing that Bronwyn pulled out. It is a bottle which has a little sign on the bottom that says "Certified Made in Waterdeep" from a well-known brewery there.
He goes, well, this should help you with your just like a parties. And then he's gonna sit further away, not to interrupt the lovebirds.
Okay. Just gonna smell. So, what did you talk to the older guy about?
There's something strange about Tharnak. I mean,
Well,
obviously,
yeah.
obviously we already know there's something strange about him anyway. But something strange in a way that only I would realize. Something that seems oddly familiar in a way.
Like,
Well, it is rare to see other tieflings.
That much is true.
Or I guess not where you're from, but yeah.
You know, not where I'm from, but like outside of there, yeah. But there's such a strong feeling, I guess, coming from him that seems nearly family-like. It's odd.
Who knows? Maybe you're related.
There are stories that somehow seem to match up just too perfectly. I don't know. I've got a lot of research I gotta do on this.
I have no doubt you'll succeed.
Chiron's gonna chuckle. Chiron's gonna chuckle, smirk, and then kiss her on the cheek.
Oh.
There's
romantic.
a bit of a blush that comes to her already red face. She just kind of stops for a moment and just stops doing everything. Kind of stares for a second into the fire. She looks back at you. Chiron, you've done a lot for me, and I have not shown my appreciation enough.
Yes, you have.
Shut up.
You've been.
And she just plants one on your cheek.
Thank you,
All right.
Nanya.
Come on. She grabs you by the hand and drags you.
Oh,
Chiron's like, oh no.
Oh,
Not
I was
in
gonna
my
see
bed.
this out of the corner of his eyes.
No.
Not in my bed.
Theo's just gonna
How
look
was
around
coming
and be
over to
like,
party with them, and then he
Theo's
sees
just
them
gonna
go away.
Theo's just gonna go watch them and goes, well, I guess I'm drinking alone tonight.
Amen.
Hang
Theo's
on.
walking
Is she?
down.
Hang on. Is she pulling me towards the dancing, or is she pulling me towards like somewhere else?
She's not. She was just gonna go out towards the woods. But
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh,
That's
like
major.
like towards the beach?
Sigh.
No.
Yes,
Look over.
towards the beach.
I
Okay.
mutter bardic
Oh,
inspiration.
I haven't showed my
to,
appreciation enough. Let's go, Chiron.
He's gonna look over at Stanley and be like, well, Stanley, I guess we're drinking alone together.
You're
Hal's
making this worse than it is, but all right.
Hal's going to mutter bardic inspiration underneath his breath.
Well,
That
okay.
feels a strange.
That's not how it works.
Stanley's
Not
just
if you do
kind
it.
of gonna nod his head at Theo and like take a
Hal
little
wants to
sip
find
from his
Theo.
cup.
Hal wants to find Theo or Nanya and party with them instead.
Nanya's passed out, my guy. She's just kind of by the thing.
Yeah, that's why Stanley and I are drinking
weird
alone.
disturbance.
Hal's gonna find Theo. We're gonna party together.
Well, if Theo's partying with Stanley,
I
I was trying to vibe
Chiron
with
on
Stanley
Risa
over here,
leads
but if
you
you're welcome to
towards
join us.
through the woods and towards the beach. Just
Stanley dancing to crab wave.
casually walking with you.
Towards the beach,
Happily.
yes.
Sorry, it's Stanley dancing. Gotta interact this out.
Sigh.
Big old pupper.
Alright, reminder, DM relationship, no. Anything turns terrible.
Yeah, apparently so.
No, this is a good romantic moment.
Everything is immediately terrible.
It's not
Alright,
terrible.
Tharnak.
No, you guys kind of set this character up to have every moment be like, oh.
Alright, Tharnak.
Well, nearly 2/3 of the backstory behind the two have not come out to the rest of the group yet, so.
That's on you guys. We're gonna assume. We're gonna fill in the blanks if they're empty.
Alright.
They could be related.
Ew.
Hello.
Ew. Secretly,
Oh,
it's
wow.
his cousin.
Hey,
Bum,
they're
bum,
nobles.
bum,
These
bum,
things
bum,
happen.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
That's not the first time that's happened here, I can guarantee you that.
Oof.
Alright.
God.
How's that showing?
I'm gonna need more of this.
It's not showing up at all. I'll see it's loading.
Yeah, but camera's just in load.
Oh, it shows up for one of them for me.
Sweet home Cloakwoods.
No.
Meow.
Yeah, the LC Living one I see, but the LC Live Stream is one that I'm not seeing. But I can see it on the stream. Yeah, the other one just like ain't loading.
Interesting. Should I just give it a minute? See if maybe it fixes itself?
Try turning it on and off again?
Which one?
The LC live streams.
The overhead or side?
Side.
One?
Yeah.
That one shows up on the screen.
Yeah, no, it's showing it for you.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
How's that?
I see it now.
I realize I should have done this on the other side and had these guys over there, but whatever. It's me being dumb.
That's whatever.
So, Tharnak.
See.
I did actually do this from the wrong side. Whoops. My B.
Whatever.
Oh well. Is this set up how it's supposed to be? No, it's not actually. But we'd be okay with it. It's fine.
Whatever.
Those are a little too big, but that's okay. Tharnak. You step down, feet wading through the water. And before you, you see a large structure. A massive sort of, not quite a ziggurat, but a lifted structure.
Okay.
Before you are the steps. the two of these massive creatures cross in front of you, climbing up into this space. Hard to fit them here because they are big, thick boys. So we're just gonna say that you can imagine these boyos here.
Why does this look fake? Like a
I think the stream just crashed.
Why does this look fake?
it looks like a 3D rendering
No, I think. Can we all check the stream?
with video game technology.
Yeah, can we all just check the stream? Real quick?
Stream is crashed.
Stream is crashed, LC.
Oh no!
LC,
It is okay.
is it?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna leave this one here.
What is that exactly?
So this is, I do believe it is known as a pillory.
Oh.
Are you familiar with what this is?
Nope.
You put your
It's-
head in it and your arms are in it.
And
Gotcha.
your arms in it. And as you step up, or as you are at the steps, you can hear cries from atop. 3 unique people. A man shouting, "No! No, please, no!" There is a teenager, essentially, who you can hear saying, "Please! Please, no! God! Help! Help!" And there's a female voice. "Don't look, sweetie. Close your eyes. Everything will be fine." Now at the base of this temple.
I hear it above me.
Yes, it's coming from up here. You are currently here.
Oh, I'm going to go up.
One step. So you find yourself right at the back of a man. Essentially, you walk up to see a man's ass in your face.
This is not what I was hoping they would go for, but apparently, thus is Cthulhu's will. Why are you in
definitely
this?
rotated it wrong.
Whatever.
Um,
Why are you in this thing? How did you get here?
This man doesn't see you as his head is locked in. But before you, next to these 2 hulking creatures, 2 more of these pillories with respectively a woman and a teenager. The man can't move his head to see you. Just, who's there?
Stop screaming.
The
You're. Go on.
the wife kind of squints. Do you still have the torch?
Yeah.
No.
Know what?
Go away, devil. Please. Go away. You're not welcome here. Go away.
Do you know where you are?
No.
Then how do you know who's welcomed and who's not?
Each of these people, beneath them, there is a wooden bowl. As you take a glance inside the bowl, there is a folded white cloth and a knife. Sorry. I'm sorry, you're red. It's okay. We'll go on our way. It's fine. Please let us go.
Quiet. I'm gonna look at the two creatures and go, am I being tested, or is it all three?
The creatures just look at you. Your words seem to bounce off them. But each of them is standing by one of these two. One of them is standing by the woman. The other one is standing by the teenager. You have the man before you.
Is it only the man's bowl that has the knife, or all three of them have a bowl with the knife and a white cloth?
You can't see into the other bowls unless you want to walk over and specifically check them out.
I want to check them out.
You see that there is in each one the same sort of thing. Although the for the other ones, the bowl itself is empty, and there is laying on the stonework the folded and blade for it, or on top of it.
Wait. So the bowl itself is empty for the woman and the teenager, but the cloth and the knife are beside it on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to take the cloth outside of the bowl for the man and lay it in the same fashion the other two are placed in, and pick up the knife.
He looks here. He just stares with horror. Please let us out. Please, we're innocents. We've done nothing. Please.
No, man.
My name is Harold. That's my wife. And that's my son. We're from Ulm. We were just passing through. Please.
Passed through the wrong time. However, thus is Cthulhu's will.
Please.
And no man is innocent. Everyone does wrong. Everyone must pay.
Please.
And in the end, we all serve Cthulhu. As I pick up the knife and wait to see what the other two creatures do.
The other two,
the knife to the guy's neck.
As you do, the creatures each take one long, sharp claw and put it up above the pillory, essentially open.
Like the heads between it?
Yes.
Okay.
They stare at you off their head.
I am going to now cut the dude's head off.
Please.
Damn.
And
but right before I do, I'm gonna grab his hair, pull it back a little bit so I can talk to him and be like, this is Cthulhu's will. For this is the task I must complete to move on and grow stronger to serve him. And then let go of the hair and cut. I can't go goodbye. No more head for you.
All right. The blood from this man's throat spills down into the bowl beneath him, and as you do this, there is the sounds of pincers snapping closed as you hear just a loud female shriek and a boy cry out. until there is silence, except for dripping, low dripping. First, it's a stream, and then it's slow drops, drip by drip, as blood begins to fill the bowl. Arnak, the blood begins to flow into this this pond in the center, overflowing out of the bowl and going down into this rocky space. As you look inside, this place has rocks, but they are covered in dried blood to the point where you can't even make out that they were once gray. And the blood begins to seep down into these cracks and coalesce in a small divot in the bottom, slowly beginning to fill itself. As the blood flows into the pond in the center, both of the creatures look at you, then look towards the middle of the pond. You hear a great thudding of footsteps, the sound that the giant Cthulhu statue made whenever you gave it the ring. Two creatures look at you. One of them, between its massive pincers, picks up cloth and walks towards the center, taking one of its feet and knocking over the bowl into the middle, filling it with blood. Rocks.
I shall do the same.
Alright, you knock over the bowl and fill blood.
Yeah, with a cloth in hand as well.
And one is not. The large creature towers over you, stands. The two of them lean over, look at you, and then glance down into the pool of now filling blood.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the center. Like right up to the edge of it, yeah.
Up to the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the blood is slowly flowing in and rising. One of them reaches out one of its massive claws and holds it sideways, almost presenting to you.
I do the same with my hand. Like I go like that.
It brings the claw around from behind you and scoops down, almost scooping you off your feet. If you're gonna let it.
Wait, what was it doing again?
The claw is going to actually reach around behind you, and it's pushing down, almost like scooping you off your feet. If you'll let it.
I will let it.
With that, the creature takes you and shoves you down, lowering you into the center of the pond, laying you flat in the pool of blood.
I'm being baptized.
As it does this,
Kind of. Yeah.
I'm being baptized in the cult of Cthulhu.
You know, this is how you get HIV. All right, this is not okay. This is not sanitary.
The Cthulhu better be paying my tailor to clean these clothes.
And your medical bill.
Nah,
you hear
take a health potion.
the great thudding of footsteps stop. And suddenly there is the clanging of metal chains, followed by the sound of scraping stone. And as you lay there in the darkness, listening to these sounds, you see above you light beginning to peek through the ceiling. As the sounds continue, you realize that a massive stone is being moved above you. Moonlight shines down into the darkness, lighting some of your surroundings. The full moon straight overhead now. One of the creatures takes the cloth it's holding and gently lowers it over your eyes, letting it go. Over the next minute, you feel the chilling sensation of warm blood flowing over you, before eventually even your ears are submerged in it. Your face, barely still able to breathe. At this moment, you hear, "Perhaps he's not the one the prophecy speaks of. In all your years, how many tieflings have you seen? How many have stepped into this place?" You know the answer to that, but you also know he's but a speck on the timeline. Their lifespans are incomprehensibly short. All the more reason to rejoice that the time is near. He has no meat on his bones. You think this whelp can contend with the gods? He is still here. His service drives him beyond all else. It'll drive him to his death. There is no greater way to die. He can die freeing a great old one. That is what he will be doing.
And that's
Look
what
at
I
him.
wish to do.
There's a silence. He's a child trying to be a man. He doesn't even know what he's doing.
You're right.
Let him
I
do
don't.
it.
And I can hear you.
There is a silence that takes over the room, and it lasts for about 30 seconds. He needs to prove himself. Finally, something we agree on. You feel yourself being oh, hold on. All right, I gotta question this one. I really gotta question this one. All right, boys. I'm gonna give you options. Put a solid pause on this. We can do a few things. Number one, we can pause here and pick up next session. Number two, we can continue on for a little while and do some other stuff. Number three, I can speed through what's about to happen. The choice is yours. The three options are before you. So speed up and have what's going to happen, or wait, okay, speed up and have what's going to happen, but it's sped up, or we can take a bit more time with this and do it in the next session, or we can take a bit more time with this and do it now.
I'm liking the second option because I do want you to do it justice, like the next part.
Okay.
It seems like a big character moment.
It does.
And I'm not even. I mean, I'm not in it, so I don't know if I'm in it. Who knows? But I'm tired.
Okay.
That's my-
a lot of homework. I think maybe that should be done with justice. And I don't
Whoa.
You are a robot and
Free is
free.
nice and dead right now.
Okay. I think we've made a decision of continuing this next week.
Next session. All
Yeah,
right.
I feel like next session would be the better idea because, for one,
It sounds like a big moment.
Okay.
It does sound like a big moment. Now that I can understand what the fuck they're saying out of nowhere. I don't know if they're speaking common, celestial, infernal, or elvish, or like I just learned a new language from the power of Cthulhu. Like I don't fucking know. So this is like a big thing. Also, Sarnik's whole demeanor has just fucking shifted. Sarnik at this point is gonna come out of this as a completely different person, and it is changing now.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna
So we got next session, boys. Okay, I'm excited. This means DM gets to do fun things. Actually, I'll just leave that how it is. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, lads. So I know tonight was a little different, but I'm sorry, I didn't lay Tharnak down.
Lay me in the blood.
There you go.
Am
He's
I
in the
still
blood
dead?
now. Oh my God, you undied.
Oh,
for a
you're
second.
back, kinda.
You died for a
There you
second.
go.
Now you're back.
Tharnak
Dead.
is in the blood.
You're still frozen. You're still frozen.
R.I.P. Bree.
Okay.
Oof.
I have so many questions I want answers to, but I don't know if I'll get answers to any of them right now. So here, I'm gonna ask one question right now, and this is
recording still going.
okay. Okay, here's my question real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Did they start speaking in common or a language I know?
Or just like in your head.
You don't know. Honestly, you are hearing common.
Okay. Okay.
That is where we are at. So,
Also, my clothes better become magically clean because I'm not about to go out and buy new clothes for this. I don't want to come out of this with fucking blood like covered on me and be like, "Hey, what's up, everyone?"
I'm assuming that was either expected or that you are now famous enough to ask for people for clothes.
yeah.
Can I
So
be
the last things you hear, Tharnak, are he needs to prove himself, and finally something we agree on. And that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Awesome.
Right here, boys. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, it was great. Okay. I'm going to go to bed.
Hiya, Tharnak.
Yeah.
How's that character development going?
Arctic had a fucking development change that should have lasted an entire fucking campaign, but like it happened in one session or two sessions.
Hello, welcome.
I'll explain a little more later about how I'm having him change. So it's not right now.
All right, gents. Well, I'm gonna turn off the recording, I guess, and I'll put some stuff.
Okay.
Words. Yeah. How about the rest of you? Did you have an all right time? I know.
Yeah,
tonight-
no, I mean, this
tonight
is
was
definitely a Tharnak-based one, which is totally cool.
I figured I would also give you guys the option to like go in with him, but the thing is, you could not get to this point with him.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, this is his thing.
Yeah.
I honestly, Tharnak, with the way he saw Elder Realm talk about this and how Elder Realm talked about this, he would have told them to stay back. That he has to do this on his own. This is his, adventure.
His quest.
This is his baptism.
Aubrey says goodbye. Her
Goodbye,
internet went
Teresa,
apparently
bye.
big oof.
Oh yeah, what?
Effing chat for the internet.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, next week. Are we excited for it?
I think I'm more excited than I was for this week.
I'm getting a strong sense
You
of.
should be.
I'm worried that this is about to turn into PvP.
Who do you think's gonna fight who?
I think you're gonna fight us.